は東北、まで晴れの予想ですから、明日は今日よりも気温が高くなって雨が降りそうです。ただ雪が多く積もっている地域はゲストがありますのでご注意ください。さて今年はいつもの年よりも桜前線の食上早くなっています。これまでに開花したところを見ていきますと、これまで九州から関東にかけて開花しています。今日も神戸や宇都宮、水戸などから続々と開花の便りが届いています。この週末、お花見を予定されている方もいらっしゃるかもしれませんが、日曜日は天気が良くなってより寒くなるところがありそうなんです。お花見に行かれる方は、お散歩をお願いします。明日は北日本の日本海側、再び昼頃から天気が崩れそうです。明日は秋の雲が多くなるでしょう。その他、太平洋側の地域の西日本、沖縄は広く晴れそうです。というわけで、予想気温です。最近の今朝よりも低いところが多いでしょう。札幌から新潟にかけては冬日です。最高気温は全国的に今日より5度前後高くなります。多くのところで4月並みです。札幌は5度、そして関東から西の地域の西日本まで上がるところが多いでしょう。では週間予報。札幌から東京です。日本海側は土曜日にかけて雨が降りそうです。日曜日も太平洋側で雲が広がり、東京は冷たい雨が降りそうです。名古屋からのです。ではこの暖かな空気のこの後の予想を見ていきます。こちらは晴れると15度くらいまで上がるような暖かな空気です。今は九州や四国が中心となっています。この後、明日にかけて動かしてみますと、だんだんとじわじわと北上する予想です。明日の午後には東北、北陸まで晴れの予想ですから、明日は今日よりも気温が高くなって雨が降りそうです。ただ雪が多く積もっている地域はゲストがありますのでご注意ください。さて今年はいつもの年よりも桜前線の食上早くなっています。これまでに開花したところを見ていきますと、これまで九州から関東にかけて開花しています。今日も神戸や宇都宮、水戸などから続々と開花の便りが届いています。この週末、お花見を予定されている方もいらっしゃるかもしれませんが、日曜日は天気が良くなってより寒くなるところがありそうなんです。お花見に行かれる方はお散歩をお願いします。明日は北日本の日本海側、再び昼頃から天気が崩れそうです。明日は秋の雲が多くなるでしょう。その他、太平洋側の地域の西日本、沖縄は広く晴れそうです。というわけで、予想気温です。最近の今朝よりも低いところが多いでしょう。札幌から新潟にかけては冬日です。最高気温は全国的に今日より5度前後高くなります。多くのところで4月並みです。札幌は5度、そして関東から西の地域の西日本まで上がるところが多いでしょう。では週間予報。札幌から東京です。日本海側は土曜日にかけて雨が降りそうです。日曜日も太平洋側で雲が広がり、東京は冷たい雨が降りそうです。名古屋からのです。
Alright, let me punch in the music and oops, sorry guys, I take, there we go, some time to adjust these settings. How is the music? Let me know guys in the chat. I'm about to bring on a guest for the first time. For the first time in the show, we have a guest, a very special guest, somebody that reached out to me, and I spoke to a little bit. I didn't speak too much because I wanted to, actually have a conversation here, tonight about RH memes and the state of things. So I didn't want to, waste that much ammo. And as you guys know, I've been on holidays for the past 2 months, more or less. So there's like some new stuff to discuss. The RH marketing, the prices. So and we'll get onto it. And I hope we can have a fun discussion tonight. It will be, I believe, I guess we'll see how it goes, but I believe it will be more or less around RH memes and their potential. But we'll see where the conversation takes us. Let me bring on our esteemed guest. First, I'm just punching you in, sir. Let me change here the settings, the scenario, and if I can find it. Sorry, man. This is, as I told you, boom, there we go. My first time. So how is the music, guys? Let me know in the chat. Welcome, Frog Boy. How are you doing, sir?
Hello, Pedro. I'm doing awesome. I'm very excited to be here. Thanks for having me on.
Perfect, man. It's my pleasure. As you know, I want to bring on people that are like newer or older in the community, it doesn't matter, but who are into RH memes and to the new pump tires narrative. So you are a very good guest to be here tonight. So tell me about yourself, how you got into PulseChain, why you wanted to talk about RH memes, what drives you to like these memes. Tell me everything about you, sir.
Okay. I'll try and make it really brief for everyone. But essentially, I've been in crypto since 2017 and was riding down that bear market wave on the way down. Experienced the altcoins then. Then I experienced the DeFi cycle last cycle and round tripped a little there as well, for sure. And then this cycle is all about meme coins, at least from my perspective. Very obvious for me, from my opinion. And yeah, I have a lot of family in PulseChain and Hex in these communities. I've been shilled countless times Pulse and Hex over the past two and a half years or so. I've never really bought into it. I never really liked it. I never really liked Richard Hart, and I never liked Pulse or Hex. I respected the pump. I mean, that's pretty good to do it 10,000x and all that jazz. But I've seen the gains and I've seen the losses as well amongst the family in this community. So I'm very much an outsider with Pulse and Hex. And that's why I reached out, because just recently in the past month and a half, 2 months, something's popped up on my radar that's just made it so easy, so incredibly easy for me to want to come over. And this is coming from someone that doesn't didn't really like Richard or Pulse or Hex. I just thought it was just scammy. Those were my initial impressions. And also, some more context, my partner is very much a Pulsican and Hexican. And so she keeps me up to date with all the latest stuff. And so that's a little bit of context. So very much not a Pulsican. I wouldn't call myself a Pulsican, but recently I'm actually pretty excited. Yeah, and I can't wait to tell you guys why, because I hope to bring a little bit of hope to those that are suffering from, I don't know, the pain from round tripping with Hex and Pulse. I totally see that. So yeah, very excited to give some hope, because there's a lot of hope. It's actually utterly insane. It's ridiculously obvious, and I can't wait to really get into the nitty-gritty, because no one is talking about it other than you. And then when you do go on to talk about RH memes with other people, it flies over their head, and I'm on the sidelines, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, come on guys, you guys need to be slapped in the face with some love, brotherly love, a brotherly slap, a brotherly shake to the shoulders, guys, wake up, hello. It is so obvious. Oh my gosh, it doesn't take a Pulsican or a Hexican to figure it out. I'm not even in the community. and it's just so
Actually,
attractive now.
that's something that I really liked when we reached out, when we started speaking, because I mean, I know a lot of people who are, in the community, who have been in the community for quite some time.
Yeah.
But your case is special because you weren't really here in the community, right? You were an outsider. You saw the rise and fall of Hex, of the PulseChain sacrifice, how everything played out, basically from afar, right? And then you saw new things appearing on PulseChain, and some of them got your eye, got your interest, because
Yes.
they are meme related. So I have a couple of questions. So
Yeah.
how did you feel about the P copies, the airdrop?
I'll try and make this one quick. I don't really like the P copies. They're a strategy from last cycle. Richard Hart, from my opinion, look, I'm not a big fan of the guy, but he has the biggest ego in crypto, and I think that's extremely valuable. And I honestly think he has the biggest ego in crypto, and I think that's a huge marketing point. So a lot of my opinions and decision making stems from that objective truth. In my opinion, it's very objective. He's got the biggest ego in crypto, and so I'm going to use that. If I'm going to be making any financial decisions, that's at the core, and his character. Now with the P copies, last cycle, from my opinion, from my outside, I don't know too much of it, but from what I understand, they're just copies. They're born from an automation. They're copy pasters. I like to call them P carcasses, and I'm not a big fan of them. But I tell you what I do like about them. I still want to give some love, where it's due, and that is, especially with the PEPE community, they are relentless in their belief, and I think that's awesome. I think they can really harness that and really use it for good, because that's extremely valuable. And plus, they've already survived a few rugs, so that's valuable and attractive in itself. Now, what I would recommend, just from my perspective, is that if they just cut the strings and let go of the external savior coming in to save them and peg. I think if they cut that, let it go, throw it in the bin, there are less strings attached, and it's just more pure. It's easier to just onboard and accept as a narrative, because if Somi and other people are continuously trying to pump it up, saying, hey, there's a chance that what's his name, Richard Hart can pump it up, or whoever, just cut it, throw it in the bin. And what I like to tell myself is, the only people or thing that's going to be pegging PEPE to $1 is the community itself. It's the people. It's not going to be some external savior like Richard Hart. It's them, the people, and their belief. So that's my opinion. Cut out the bullcrap, and much love to Somi. But I think in a few ways, what he's doing to the community, I like to think that it's a little tiny bit cruel, and a little bit of some cannibalism there, and I don't like it, because I got family in the community, so I don't want anyone.
You got family into PEPE. You got family in PEPE. Oh my god.
Yeah, whether I like it or not.
No, that's fine. Look, I think PEPE was an awesome play. If you bought before August 2023, that was the time to buy PEPE. I'm being very honest, right? I bought it before August 23. I was very public about it too, and all the P copies. This applies to a lot of the P copies, but PEPE especially, because it's really it's unique. Let's say it has a unique community. Regarding Somi, as long as I'm very straightforward. As long as he believes what he says, I think he can say whatever he wants, right? He's entitled to it. As long as he believes what he says, right? He's not just shilling bags because he bought a lot and now he has to, right? As long as he really believes that there's a chance with the peg, doesn't really matter how, like through magic, through sorcery, doesn't matter. If it happens, he'll be considered a god king, let's say.
Yeah.
Because that's the absolute truth. Look, in terms of probabilities, I've always said this, it's very low. It was always very low. Now it's even lower, right? And I'm only looking at the supply, right? I'm not even considering the hacks or anything, like, even though they're related. When I say hacks, they're not hacks, more exploits, let's say, because of price oracles. But like, regardless, I think it's an amazing community, man. Like, whoever says that they're not one of the most important communities in PulseChain, like, they're crazy. They don't, like, just see the chart, right? Just look at the chart and understand, like, how powerful the PEPE community is. Now, I do agree with you. I do agree in the sense that I also think that Richard tried the P copies, right? He tried the airdrop. Like, he still shields the airdrop, he still shields the P copies, and as he should, right? Because it's still in play, right? Like, people that haven't been on board, that, like, from previous cycles, might have money in PulseChain, right? So that might help them, like, switch over, or at least come over and take a look. So that's still in play. But I'm talking about something different, and that something different is people actually buying something, right? And like, that's something I'm talking about are obviously the RH memes, because it's outside cores, right? I'm talking people like you, right, who are coming new into PulseChain, and they look at the cores and they look at the charts and they're like, nah, I don't want this shit. This is old stuff. I don't want to touch this. I want something new, something fresh, some cool meme, right? Not DeFi, not the incentive token, not the PulseChain ticker. I don't want any of that. I want something new, something fresh. Because that's what I think that it will happen, right? Because a lot of the people that I hope will come over, right, they will be degens, right? That's at least that's my hope, because those are the funniest people. They're the people that I want to hang out with, right? So I do love DeFi. I think DeFi is, like, extremely important, right? But I'm talking about number go up, right? And number go up, I think people will buy the coolest thing, right? It's about coolness. That's it. It's not about being useful or not. It's about coolness. So yes, I do agree in that perspective. I completely agree with you that the P copies, like, they play their role, and I think, again, they will still play a role, but like, we're talking about something new, something good that people have to actually buy, right?
We're talking about the present, not the past. and past meta thinking and mental gymnastics. I mean, okay, we had altcoins in a few cycles ago, then we had DeFi, so we should probably let go most of the talk and thinking around something that's happened in the present. Let's where is the attention now? Where is the money? It's with meme coins, and and that's why my ears propped up. I was like, what? No one is talking about Richard Hart's memes that he made. Hello? And the community doesn't believe it, and they don't want to believe it, and they just, like, they're still got the cognitive dissonance, like, no, DeFi is still it. You have to stake the token. So, shout out to RH Max. You gotta stake the token. You can't stake a meme coin. So much love to RH Max. But yeah, I mean, this is where the attention is, and it's so clear that Richard Hart has just set up these whatever you call them, pieces on the chessboard. Number one, with the device. Hello, I think the biggest confirmation was, holy crap, checking out the it says pump tires. It says new coins pump tires. It's like, oh my gosh, how obvious can you get? How obvious can you get? So that's number one. Then number two, these memes associated, connected to the Stack wallet. It's like, oh my gosh, guys, do you need to see evidence of these meme coins, with him taking them out of his pocket, and it's like, it's so thick in terms of the connection. It holds a lot of weight, and you cannot ignore it. And for you to just dismiss a meme coin and this whole narrative of meme coins, and it's all short-term value, all this, that, without really thinking deep into it. It's like, Richard Hart is a freaking multi-millionaire. I don't even like the guy, but I respect his genius. I respect his ego. And so he's going to be, my opinion is that, and trust me, I've sat through watching his videos and interviews, and most of the time it's just me cringing, right? Trust me. But for me to say this, I have to give credit where credit is due. He's smart. He's a multi-millionaire, and I respect a lot of that. And I think his mission is that he wants to make more millionaires, right? Isn't that what he did last time? Rinse, repeat. He's going to,
hopefully. Yes. Yeah, sure.
Rinse, repeat. He's adapted. He's dynamic. He isn't just a stone, and we're not just going to forget him. He's not going to let that fly by. He is a meme in crypto. He's a living meme. So
and look, and Hex, like whether we like it or not, Hex was a meme in the last cycle. Like
Exactly.
I know that Hex can think it's like, oh no, it's the DeFi product. Like, but look, the entire crypto market saw it as a meme. That's just how it is. That's literally how it is. Everybody that I know of, like who knew about Hex through me, and so I was very specific in the DeFi part, right? Like the no admin keys, the mint your own yield, all that's like I know all the bullcrap. I know everything, right, by heart. So. Like they didn't care. They didn't listen to that shit. They were like, yeah, sure, but it's a meme, right? It's the guy who goes on a shopping spree, like who has the fancy cars, who trashes people online. Like he was a meme. Like we have to accept it. Yeah, and it's amazing. It's so crazy that we don't want to, surf that wave. It's insane to me. It's crazy because it's so easy. It's so easy, and he's giving us the tools with pump tires, with the memes that he's literally sponsored. Oh, and by the way, this is not for today's show, right? I'm gonna do a full episode. Actually, I hope I can invite him, Igor. Actually, like Igor, if you're listening, if not, I'm gonna send you the episode. I'm actually inviting you anyways. But he did the research that I didn't want to do because I was on vacations, right? When I had the Rich Max debate, and I was like, I'm when I'm on holidays, I don't want to open my laptop. I'm this lazy, right? I don't want to. Everything is on my phone, and that's it. Even crypto, I don't want to open my laptop. That's it. So I was do I want to check transactions on my fucking phone? And no, I don't want to do this. I didn't do any research regarding the pump tires, deployer. But I knew there was a connection because of the Richard tweet. It was so fucking obvious that I thought I didn't have to go to actually check the blockchain. But actually somebody did it, thankfully, because the proof is in the pudding, right? As they say, because it was funded by a wallet linked to the sacrifice fund. So I mean, it is what it is. Whether we like it, whether we don't like it, it's in the fucking chain, right? So I'll do an episode about that specifically. But having that in mind, we know there's a connection there. And look, I know you're not a specialist, let's say, on Richard Hart, right? Because you're newer to the community. You watch some of the videos, probably not all the videos, right? But I am a specialist on Richard, right? So I know all these I know I'm a specialist for somebody from the outside. I'm sure there's people from the community that know much. I know everything about the guy, but one thing I know, which is he was a Bitcoin maxi, and then he changed his mind, and he understood, this Ethereum thing actually is pretty cool because you can do more stuff, right? You can mint the tokens, and the tokens can actually be DeFi tokens, Uniswap or whatever, right? Doesn't matter. So he actually updates his worldview, right, regarding things. So it's in the beginning, people were he only likes cores, he doesn't like anything else, which to me was super retarded, because why would he build the chain with copies if he didn't like those coins that he just built, right? The copies, right? But as time goes by, people realize, okay, this didn't work as I expected. So what new things can I do, right? People are no, he just he stands still in time and just doesn't change his mind because it's not convenient to me. Man, that's crazy. That's insane. Sorry. I had to go on a small rant. Sorry about that.
No, it is. I totally agree. I'm glad you brought that up, because look, guys, he's dynamic. He's not rigid. He's not solidified in stone, and he's not letting crypto, fly past him. He's riding with it, right? He's riding up on the forefront. He understands that memes, whether we like it or not, that's where a lot of the money and attention is, and it's up to us to find those hidden gems, because not every single one of them is going to be a hidden gem. 98% of them are just really, really, really short term, right? But the odds of finding a gem, I think, are pretty high in terms of relative compared to winning the lottery. So yeah, I mean,
for sure. And look, I actually have a theory, and my theory can be 100% incorrect, right? And I accept that. But an hypothesis, to be more correct, it's just an hypothesis. It can be a theory. We'll see if it's a theory or not. But for now, just an hypothesis, which is, I did that rhmemes to $1 website.com, rhmemes to $1.com, the race one, the fun, just for fun, because that I actually think that's how people, at some point, people will behave like that, which is when it's more acceptable that those coins are RH coins, right? When the community, kind of accepts that, they'll at some point they'll probably want to buy the cheapest one, right? Because still an rich coin, still cheap, still the opportunity, right? So it's kind of be like a race between them, right? Right now, obviously, most is the most expensive, etc. But I don't know at the end, at the end of the race, if most is going to be the one doing more exits, right? Because we know that at the end of the hockey stick, that's when like the real crazy insane price gains, and usually it's the ones that are still at the lowest point that can do many more exits because they have lower liquidity, etc. Right? So
Yes. Yep.
I do think it's going to be a race. Honestly, at some point, it's going to be an insane race.
Yeah. I think we should help frame that so that because I assume there are a lot of Pulsicans and Hexicans that are just still umming and ahhing around the fact, like, I don't even know, all I hear about are meme coins being bad, right?
Sure.
Well, we're here to make money, right? And if you want to stake a coin and make a 3% yield or whatever the yield is with Hex and Pulse, I don't know. I better ask RH Max to get the stats on that. But look, there are tons of DeFi protocols you can make money, but with meme coins, people are here to make bank. They want to make their biggest amount of gains in the quickest amount of time with the least amount of effort available, right? And so meme coins is that vehicle, and Richard Hart recognizes this, whether we like it or not. It's a new technology. Okay, meme coins isn't just about a meme. It's you're buying into, especially the good ones. Okay, look to Ethereum for the meme cults. 90+% of my wealth is in the meme coins on Ethereum, especially the movements, the brands, those types of meme coins. So I'll just quickly lay it out. A meme coin, you're not just buying a picture, right? It's a protest. You're buying into a protest. You're buying into a brand, a movement, a lifestyle, a community, a club, people that share the same values, all of that stuff. There are so many use cases and utility on the emotional side of things than a typical I don't know, DeFi coin, right? I like to think that Hex is a meme coin, and I think it would be better positioned if it was a meme coin.
That is why. Sorry for interrupting you. I'll be interrupting a lot. Sorry about that.
No, please.
But that is actually the reason why, and I'm being super honest. That is the reason why I think Bitcoin Hex can like go so much further, because it is actually the meme, the Bitcoin Hex meme. It's a meme. You cannot there's no way around it. There's no, it's a DeFi. It's also no. It's just a meme. There's no inflation. There's limited supply. Boom. It has the same ticker, and it has a different name, which I even like better. I like coins that have names different than tickers. It's just a personal thing, right? Means nothing. But I actually like that detail, right? So I mean, because I agree with you, it's all about the brand. And look, if in my opinion, my humble opinion, if Hexicans were smart, like real smart, they would see this as an opportunity, because people who are onboarded specifically through Bitcoin Hex, imagine that this coin does 100x, 1000x, right?
Yeah.
There's a chance, if Hex hasn't done as many X's, that there's a chance that some of this money goes into Hex. And they're crazy for not realizing that, because somebody who buys into the Hex brand means that they like the Hex brand. They create emotions around the Hex brand. So if there's more products of that same brand, that's a good thing. It's like the Apple and the iPhone. Which one is worth more? People insane. How can they not realize this? When I saw the Bitcoin Hex meme, I was like ecstatic. When I realized it was from Richard Hart, for me it was like, boom, no fucking way. This is amazing, right? No, honestly, without it was obviously an rich meme, because look at the fucking coins that he made. TRX, the Hex, Bitcoin. It's like boomer coins, man. It's like literally that. It screams like RH, right? It screams two original ones, and then like a bunch of fucking boomer coins, right? So it's so Richard, man. It's so Richard. But anyways, that's besides the point.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. Go on. Sorry, mate. I interrupted you, but
go on. No, you just cut out for me. Just bear with me. Am I still here? Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. You're still here.
The coins, the coin selection. Yeah, it's very obvious that it was all coordinated, and oh my gosh, it just ties in with all the devices and all that jazz. Guys, man, we got so much to get into for the nitty gritty. Oh man. Okay. Pedro, where do you think we should start with explaining this whole narrative? Like this, in my opinion, just to get it started with the narrative description, I think this narrative for Pulse and Hex is utterly insanely valuable right now because no one is talking about it. It is connected to the official RH dude in some thick capacity. It's got the official sticker. You're buying a plush from EB Games, GameStop, and it's got the official Nintendo holographic sticker on it. That's what you're buying here with these RH memes. You've got the official RH sticker there.
Man, that's why I think that any of those memes can like go ballistic because like it has its seal of approval, right? Oh, but this meme has 80%, the other meme has 8%. Who gives a shit? That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at all. He approves them all. He likes them all. So I mean, who cares? Who cares? Like the amount of supply that he holds of each one. It might be a test. It might be some experience that he's making. It might mean that he likes one more than he likes the other. I don't know what it means, but what I know is that I like them all. That's for sure.
Yeah. Okay, that reminds me. Okay, so why even go to the bother and all this trouble and effort with devices and 400,000 devices and all these meme coins and pump tires? Like, why go through all this effort? Like, why can't he just walk away and let the Hexicans and Pulsicans, I don't know, do nothing, right? He could just do that, but no, yet he's doing all this stuff. He's going through all this work, this effort. Pump tires, the Liberty swap that looks extremely polished, very, very Richard Hart-like. And then 100%. The devices, and then these meme coins, these 20 official, silver approval kind of meme coins with insane fundamentals and tokenomics. Oh my gosh, why is he going through all this effort? Why do you think he's going through all this effort? Pedro, what do you think?
Man, like 100% because it's something of his making, right? Like otherwise, why? I agree with like it makes no sense. Like put the pump.tires website on the itch and scratch thing, right? On the marketing device, right? That makes no sense. Obviously, he likes it. Obviously, he's behind it, and I'm sure he wants his coins to do well, right? Any like all of his coins, but being realistic, it's much easier to pump these low liquidity memes than to pump the higher liquidity cores, right? I'm just being honest, and we have empiric evidence because he tried to pump the chain twice and people dumped on him. And which coins did he buy? Mostly cores. So we have and people don't look at evidence. They're like, oh no, he's just going to do the same thing 3 times. Like, why not try the same thing again that didn't work? Why not try that? So I mean, he's trying actually something different. He's trying the marketing, which started something that I found crazy was like, man, I can't believe that Richard Hart literally just bought 400,000 devices. He just believes in this marketing thing without trying anything. But now we found out that 4 months ago people were receiving some the same devices. So what we know for sure is that he tried something. He tried to directly from the from China to people, whatever, right? Like he tried with a small batch, let's say, somehow, right? Because the people got those devices already, right? So whatever the result he got, he liked the result, right? That's why I think that he went on and ordered 400,000. So this is a pretty huge thing, right? So it's going to be millions of devices, I think. But why would he go through all this trouble, put pump tires there, if he didn't believe in memes? Like somehow, I'm not saying that he likes memes, that he approves the concept of memes, but at least he accepts it in the sense that PulseChain needs to have something for memes, man, for new coins, for new communities, because that's look at Solana, man. Solana did went from 20 to 120 or something like that, right? So that's insane, and we've been going down, and people are pretending that everything is going down forever. No, bros, there's tons of maybe not tons, but Solana is a great example of something that went up, right? So at least we have that example, right? That one that I can think of, and it was because of memes. So denying that, it's crazy. Look, I understand the argument that people are making, okay, but they've been running for 2 years and people are getting tired of memes, so they will switch to something else. That could happen. I'm not saying that it won't happen, right? But if we think about it, in the summer 2019, the summer 2020, DeFi summer, and then the next year, which coins pumped the hardest. It was like kind of DeFi coins. Meme coins pumped a lot too, right? I'm not saying they didn't pump, but there wasn't like a. It was the narrative was more towards NFTs than like meme coins, like in the sense of something this huge, right? Something this huge. Now I think it's going to be the opposite, right? It's going to be the proper meme coin season, right? Like you were saying, right? So it's insane not to like pump players, in my opinion.
Yeah. And to build upon all of that, I like to look like I was watching him over the past 2 years, entertaining the videos, not giving much of a hoot or a care. And then when I did listen and watch, it was like, oh boy, I'm cringing. Like, I don't really like the ego and all that jazz, but it's still something that's heavy and something that I have to respect. And so I'm trying to put these two pieces together, all these different pieces, jigsaw pieces, and that's why the hell is he doing all this? Because it's his freaking ego. He has the biggest ego in crypto. Is he going to let that just go away and fly away and dissolve? Just like click of the fingers and it all just dissolves away? Hell no. He's a living meme. He tried to make millionaires, and he did. And a lot of us, in the community, me, I was not in the community, but round tripped, right? He's going to do the same thing again. And these meme coins is the vehicle that's the most easy to achieve and satisfy his mission and his ego. It's like, put two and two together. Come on.
No, I agree. And look, people assume that, all discourse need to reach like, these certain prices for him to win, right? But that's absolutely not true. That's not true. And like, as an ecosystem, we can Course can do maybe 10x, right? And that's a reality. I'm not saying that's going to happen, right? I'm just saying that is a reality. That is a possibility. Sorry, not a reality. That is a possibility, right? So because what pumps the hardest are RH memes and P copies and whatever. It doesn't matter what, right? But Course could lag, right? We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. But like, not looking, at least for me, I'm a scientific guy. Like, I don't look like one, but I'm pretty scientific in my approach. I try to be very objective, and when I have empiric evidence of something, right, I try not to deny it, because that doesn't help me in any way, right? It's crazy, actually. So don't try to adjust reality to your worldview, but adjust your worldview to the reality of things, right? And the reality is, pump the chain twice, everybody dumped on him. And then like, stuff wasn't really working with the P copies, in the sense that exploited, like, yeah, sure, the chart was going up, like, nobody can deny that. They even shared the PEPE chart a couple of times. But when things went south, when there was like really an exploit, when money was leaving the chain, he actually spoke about it and shared his view on it, and then pump tires appears out of nowhere. So I mean, it's so fucking, it's like literally in this order that I'm saying, right? I'm not even making that up. It's literally in this order. So I mean, come on, it's pretty damn obvious. So what else is there to say, guys? Come on, you gotta love them. You gotta love the RH memes. At least embrace them, in the sense that, like, new people like Frog Boy, I'm sure they will, it's much easier for them to embrace these memes, guys. Just look at the fucking charts, man. Like, just open the chart. Just open the chart. That's it. It's the only thing. Like, look, let me ask you personally. When you joined PulseChain, you joined before the RH memes or after? Before, right?
Literally a month and a half ago.
Okay, so it was before the RH meme. Perfect. This is even better, right? So, like, when you joined PulseChain, like, what was the first thing that you did? Like, in terms of, like, like, on chain, did you actually look at the prices of things?
I not really. I didn't
know.
The first thing I did was I had to get Pulse, because
sure, absolutely. But I'm talking about, like, when you had to choose, like, what to buy, or when you were looking at things, did you look at charts? Did you look at the prices, or was that not like something that you cared about?
That's a really good question. Well, the number one thing that was driving me was, the narrative, because it's just insane. Insane. And then I was like, okay, cool. Well, I'm going to jump on this without even looking at the chart or the price, because the narrative, number one, is just insanely attractive. And then number two, I looked into the chart and I thought, holy shit, this chart is insanely strong. And so that was just like massive fat cherry on top. Then number 3, I looked at the liquidity and I was thinking, oh my gosh, there's no one here, and it's this golden. Oh my gosh. So it forced me. I didn't have a choice. Like I didn't like Pulse. I didn't like Hex. I didn't have a choice. I didn't even like the cause. I don't like the DeFi. I think I've been there, done that. I've been through the whole DeFi crap, right?
Man, do you know how bullish this is? Do you understand? Do you understand how bullish you sound? I'm not sure you understand, because look, it's like, it's amazing to actually, you know, being able to watch history in the making, right? Because look, you're the type of person that I think we will onboard a lot, which is people who want to make money and to, like, they don't particularly like PulseChain or Richard Hart or whatever, right? Some of them will at some point. I'm sure they will eventually like the character, right? And especially his message, right? Because like whatever you think of him, like his message is very powerful, right? You don't have to agree with everything he says, but the messages that he usually has are very powerful, and they're like, they have a deeper meaning, right? A deeper truth. But that's beside the point. You don't particularly like the character. You don't even like the, you know, the technology. It's like it's the same thing as Ethereum, but like, you know, a bit faster. You know, it's kind of slow sometimes. It's kind of expensive sometimes. You know, if there's a little bit of action, but you see the opportunity, right? You look at all these, like, you know, low liquidity, new meme coins, and you're like, man, why aren't these people like in this chain taking advantage of this, right? Are they crazy? Are they retarded? This is, but I think this is the reason why, and I know this will offend a lot of people, but this is why a lot of the new onboards are going to make way more money than the, you know, people who have been here for the past 5 years. And I know this hurts their feelings, because they're like, that's not possible, that's not going to happen. Richard wouldn't let it be. Bros, you're gonna find out. You're gonna fuck around, and you're gonna find out. You'll see.
I hope. Look, I really, because my family's in it, so I think that's why I care a lot, because I don't want my family to get scammed. And I love the people in PulseChain.
Sure.
You know, do I care much about everything else? Not really, but people in there, much love, that's for sure. And I want you guys to win. So I just hope that people expand their minds. They jump out of the mid-curve mental gymnastics of last cycle and evolve their thinking, expand it, think outside the freaking box, and pivot to a better vehicle, one that's already winning, right? You know, that is appropriate to your strategies and risk profiles, etc., etc. You know, don't let go of all your calls and PEPEs and all that jazz. What I'm saying is, think bigger, all right? Especially if you don't understand it, that's incredibly bullish. You need to look into it. If you don't understand it, the things that really pump the hardest are the ones that people don't really understand. I mean, look at NFTs last cycle. Insane valuations, because, well, it's hard to understand. They're buying pictures. What the hell? And I want to touch base on me jumping into Pulse. Like, I was really reluctant. I didn't want to do it. Even my partner was in it, right? And she's like, yeah, you should try it out. Come on. I'm just like, ugh. Do I have to? I really don't want to, because I'm really cozy on Ethereum with all the other stuff. And then this pops up. It forces me in. Like, I've got no choice, because everything is extremely attractive. And I'm being objective here. It's extremely attractive. And what does it do? It gets me familiar with the tech. I have to buy Pulse. I'm jumping on Pulse X, trying it out for the first time, Liberty Swap, all that jazz. And I'm getting familiar with it. And, you know, my appreciation and respect for the tech has gone up a little bit. You know, whether I like it or not, it's gone up. And also Richard Hart as well. My respect for him to be dynamic and you know, keep trying and fulfill his mission and ego and all that jazz. I respect that. And my respect for him has gone up. Even though at the start, you know, I was getting really, really turned off. It's like, what the hell? So yeah, I wanted to share that just really quickly before it left my mind.
Okay, and by the way, guys, just last minute news by Docile that Pump Tires is experiencing issues. I did see here on Twitter that Liberty Swap did share the screenshots, I think, of some guy saying that he created a token on Pump Tires, but it didn't appear on his pump tires wallet. I think that is the problem. I'm not sure. I've seen the process of creating the pump tires tokens, and I never had any sort of issue. But I'm not sure. There's shit happens sometimes. So always be. I don't think there's a problem. Honestly, I think can be like front end stuff. Usually, stuff like about indexing or something. But who knows? I'm not an expert. I'm just saying this from reading like one tweet. So don't consider this any type of advice regarding anything. It's just from reading like a tweet from Liberty Swap. So just telling you guys that there could be a problem right now with pump tires. Not sure, but we'll see what happens. Probably the next time we'll speak, all of this could probably has been fixed. That's my feeling, but we'll see what happens.
I do like pump tires. I mean, sorry. Oh,
no, go on. Yeah, go on.
Yeah,
I just wanted to say
I do like Liberty Swap. Liberty Swap, I think that's very nice and polished, very easy. It looks professional as it looks very expensive in terms of, I don't know, the people that are behind it, the team. So it very much smells like a Richard Hart product. And I really do like the experience there, the user interface, the UX, crazy good. Much respect to them. I've got no clue whether it's whatever, but it just smells like a Richard Hart product, and I like it, and that's it. I like it.
No, I agree, man. I agree. I think it's a wonderful product. The Me Mexican is saying RH Farms, please. I mean, that could be interesting. Who knows? We'll see if Richard is going to take advantage of that feature again in the future, right? Adapting the ink farms, adding new farms. We'll see, because in the past the farms have changed, right? New coins appearing, or in this case actually it were coins disappearing. I think no new coins appear, only coins that disappeared from it. Anyways, we could have like that changing in the future. Who knows? As more people get onboarded, probably it would be smart, right, to create new farms to attract liquidity, so that people also farm some ink and get like emotionally attached to ink, for example, and to like the more like the older, let's say, to the cores, basically to the cores, because that's what I'm saying. I think like these connections to tokens like comes from emotional attachment, and the emotional attachment comes obviously from buying these coins, right? You buy them, you want to research them, you want to believe that they will go up, so you want to promote them and do as much research as you possibly can to reassure that yourself that your position is is tight and your position is safe, right? That the coin will go up in price. So because of that, I think these new people like yourself who are coming to PulseChain will basically create this emotional attachment to these newer coins, right? To these pump tires memes. And because again, some of the brands like connect to these, older coins, and because, for example, if we have the ink farms for RH memes, for example, that could also, help people create, these emotional attachment to the coins that they get, for example, ink, right? Or if, again, as I said, if they buy Bitcoin Hex, they can. What does this one do, right? Oh, this is the DeFi thing. Oh, what does it do? Let me check it out, right? Who knows? But I think like even these coins can attract people from like other communities. Like for example, the Sol guys might like the Sol ticker. The ADA guys might like the ADA ticker. Who knows, right? There's so many strategies regarding these RH memes that I think it's insane. The number of possibilities.
Yeah, man. There's a lot that you said that I love. Number one is that, I just want to quickly reiterate just how easy it is to pump up these kind of these tokens, right? He's set up these tokens, whether we like it or not. Oh my god!
Oh man, do you know what I need to do? I need to do that website. What's the name of the website where you calculate the pump, for the cores? I need to do that thing for the RH memes, right? Where you like, if $1 billion buys these coins, what happens, right? So just to, it's like kind of like a calculator. There's a website for the cores one. So I need to do one for the memes. I can do that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it might take a while just to collect all the pools, right? So imagine because it's like 20 coins, so I need to calculate the connection between, like, the pools between these coins that exist, right? So that might take me a little bit, but the front end, that's pretty straightforward, pretty straightforward, I guess. So actually,
Yeah.
that's a fun side project, man. I love to do side projects like these, small stuff. The other ones that I did were kind of not, I mean, small stuff, but ended up being like a month's work, let's say, right? Or 4 weeks. I want something like super easy, and this sounds super easy, so I might do that. I might do that for DRH memes. So
Yeah.
there's a nice side project. So go on,
That
man.
sounds
Sorry, man. I keep interrupting with
Oh, no.
stuff that pops up in my mind.
Yeah. So, okay. He's got these chess pieces out on the board. Memes, okay? Memes. They're so easy to...
Oh, let me interrupt you again, bro. Sorry, man.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so in JDubs, no, this one is important. Not important, but in the sense that just to clarify what's happening. Some scammer is making copies of coins that are pre-bonded and instantly launching them, which may cause the confusion. Okay, that could answer it, right? You might think you're doing one coin, but then I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Be careful. Make sure
Be careful. Always be careful. Always use, like, different wallets for, like, these different protocols. Let's say Liberty Swap and Tires, like except if you're doing like the bridge, right, and PulseX. Apart from those two, I guess, and even those two, right? Sometimes, like, be extra careful if you can, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, this could be a reason, right? Which engine Dub is saying, right? It could be causing people confusion, right? They think they're launching one coin, but like they're not really launching that. I don't know. It could be something like that. People get confused easily. Sorry, man. Go on. Sorry about that.
No. Yeah, just quickly. Yeah, make sure to double check your contract addresses. Double check that and revoke your permissions afterwards. If you can do that on PulseChain, can you revoke permissions and all that jazz, approvals? That would be, that's extra security there. So just a quick one there. But these meme coins, they're so easy to pump. They're so small, extremely easy to pump. And why is that important in the first place? Richard Hart, ego, mission. These are the pieces he's using. These are the tools. And let's just say, look, he doesn't even need to pump them up himself for these to be successful. Let's just take him out of the picture. The pumpermentals and the tokenomics with these memes themselves sell themselves. It's crazy. It's really good. And then you attach and include Richard Hart in the picture and it being connected to the SAC world, all this jazz. It's like, oh my gosh, okay. These vehicles are so easy to pump. And what is he going to do with that? Why is it important? Guys, we have a better XRP. Guys, we have a better Ethereum.
Exactly.
Guys, we have a better PEPE. Oh, yeah. What? My friends, they just got a 10,000X or a 1,000X or a 200X or a 20X. Oh, yeah, where was it? What was it? Oh, it was PEPE. Oh, okay. Yeah. Where? Oh, on Pulse. So these green candles, these gains, these fat green candles does so much marketing. There's so much weight behind them. And for these to be so easily pumped, whether it's him or just us as the community and put him outside the view, right? We don't need him to pump them up. It's just crazy. And this is what's going to onboard more people. Because like, I didn't care about the DeFi. I don't care about the Pulse chain or DeFi and all that jazz. I respect that RH Max likes it a lot and he likes to stake everything, but I really want to make bank, and that's why I've chosen memes. I saw PEPE. What was it? No, it was Doge last cycle. It just did monumental gains, and I thought, holy crap! I'm a meme dude. How did I let this happen? I'm never going to let that happen again. And that's what really prompted me to dive deep into all this meme stuff. So Richard Hart making these are the tools. These are the tools that he may use as the golden tickets. You're Charlie on the street and you're flying and flicking this golden ticket on the street, right? Hey guys, I just won. I got a 10,000X or a 1,000X or a 20X, whatever. Where is it? It's on PulseChain and it's with these tokens. And it could be other tokens as well, right? It's on PulseChain. These green gains are the golden tickets. These are going to be flying around and showcasing. Guys, get effed, right? Get effed. Comes a PulseChain. My ego is fat and juicy. I'm the best. PulseChain's the best. We got the gains here. Get the F out. kind of
No,
thing.
absolutely, and like people forget that he shares things that go up in price that are on PulseChain, right? Even things that could not be directly related to him, like if they go high enough and they attract enough attention, and it's worth his attention, it's worth his time. But things made by him have that special extra probability of happening, of him sharing, like if the price goes up, because like why wouldn't he, why wouldn't he pay attention? And I'm not saying that he's paying the same level of attention to these RH memes than he's paying to cores, only because like most of the people right now are into cores. But who knows, the next wave of 10,000 people, the next wave of 100,000 people, what they will buy, we don't know, right? And if those people choose memes for whatever reason, man, then probably he's going to shift his attention span to that window of opportunity, right? Of these people that are buying this meme, because they're bringing money on chain, they're bringing attention. So who knows what's going to happen, right? I think it's and look, even if all the new people that come in only buy cars, even in that scenario, these RH memes present an opportunity, and I'm sure they'll pump crazy, because you only need one of them to go to do 100x, 1000x, for like people go crazy and start buying the others, right? That's pretty obvious to me, right? Because they'll make the connection, they'll see like which ones were made by the same deployer, things that we're discussing now, that we've been discussing for the past 6 months. They'll be paying attention like in a couple months, maybe 1 month, maybe 3 months, who knows, right? But for sure, I think that will happen for sure.
Yeah, that's it. I've got some notes here. You've got some bullet points here. Outdated mid-curve mentalities from last cycle. Yeah, guys, we got to let go of them. As much as it is painful to dive into a new world of meme coins and not knowing a thing about it and just hearing bad things about it, what's going to be more painful? You missing out on these monumental gains that are a good chance of happening, or diving into this world and learning about it? Which one's going to be more painful?
No, look, and there's a duality in PulseChain. There's many dualities, but one of the most interesting dualities that just occurred to me is in PulseChain, memes are gate kept. Outside of PulseChain, the cores are gate kept. Think about it. Because everybody now kind of accepts memes, right? So it's crazy, man. This is a conundrum, right, that we have. But look, I think the mentalities at some point will align, right? People here will understand the value of memes, and people outside will understand the value of the PulseChain cores, let's say. But obviously people who buy memes are, especially right now, they're more interested in buying memes, right? And one of the things that actually two things that the course people always say, which is Richard promotes delaying your gratification, and which is absolutely true. But it's also important to understand that Richard also promoted referral links, did trading, and he does trade, right? We've seen it, like going from stables to Ethereum, etc., and many other examples, right? That I don't want to get into, very specific, don't matter. But look, sure, you can delay your gratification. That's absolutely fantastic. I agree with that mentality. But look, you cannot say that now I'm talking about right now, the present, right? Right now, the people who did the best in Hex, for example, are the people who delayed their gratification. No, you cannot say that. Empirically, the people who did best were the people who did not delay the gratification for a long time. Let's say they stake for 1 year just for the big payday, and then they held liquid or LP'd, whatever. You see, people remain liquid. That's my point, right? Those were the people who probably did best because they had the ability to sell, right? So we need to understand this duality, that I don't know what's going to happen in the next 7 years, right? Whenever or 8 years, whenever the 15 years time span for the first set of coins from Hex elapse, from the first set of 15-year t-shirts. That's what I mean, right? So that we have a point to say, look, Hex started here on day one, and 15 years later, which is the maximum amount allowed for staking, right? Where is Hex at that point, right? So at that point we can say it was successful or not, at least for the first batch of 15 years, right? Which was set in the protocol. But
Yeah.
like so far, right now, no, it's the people who held liquid and sold at the top, and that's just a fact, right? And people also forget that, you know, again with the delay gratification, people who bought Bitcoin early and didn't sell. Look, those weren't the people who made the most gains. You know who were the people who made the most gains? The people who actually traded their Bitcoin for Ethereum during the ICO. People who traded their Bitcoin for Litecoin at the lows. Like, you understand where I go with this? Like, so holding, sure, it will get you gains if you buy very early, but there's the other side of the coin, which is people who actually see the new narratives, who actually, you know, take a chance. Sometimes are rewarded too, like, you know, they did with Hex, for example, in the early days, right?
Yeah,
so that meant like we cannot lose that mindset as well, right? There's no coin that appears that will be the ultimate thing. That doesn't exist. There's things change, everything evolves, people change, right? The communities change, the people within the communities change, so it's normal that you know, people want different things, right? And that different protocols emerge and different narratives, etc., right? So if we know that, and look, and I have like this empiric evidence, as you can see here, which is this is from a very, like, an older, let's say an older article, probably from 2000, like, I don't know, 17, 16, something like that, from Nick Carter and I don't know, like some other guy, and it's called the Bitcoin narratives, right? And what they show here is basically the different narratives that Bitcoin had, only Bitcoin, this is only for Bitcoin, throughout the years, right? Some of them disappeared, like, you know, eCash proof of concept, right? It ceased to, like, people stopped saying that, right? Because it didn't make sense. Like, censorship resistant e-gold kind of disappeared and then regained, and now it's super important, right? That's like the store of value narrative, right? Cheap MEMES network, then that narrative kind of died, right? Even with the Lightning network, like, nobody gives a shit about that, so nobody uses Bitcoin for cheap MEMES network, right? So programmable share database, like, you see all the narratives around Bitcoin, some of them gain traction, others disappear, so it's the same thing, right? But we're talking about like different coins, etc., right? So it's the same logic. Like, we need to accept this, and we actually need to embrace this, because look, saying that a new thing will appear doesn't mean that the old thing doesn't matter, right? I'm not saying that. I'm saying that, like, you know, new things appear, and that means also new opportunity. And saying that I will not look into it because it's like it's a sin. No, bro, there's no sins. You are an investor, right? Like, we need to look at this not as sports and fans, but as like investors and money and making money, etc., right? Because that's why we're all here, right? So, you know, I did well in Hex because a portion of my bag wasn't staked, right? It's simple, right? Otherwise, you know, I couldn't say this, right? Because, like, I had the foresight to not stake everything, right? Because to me that was crazy, right? Always crazy, like, stake everything. No, that's insane. No, I will not do that. I refuse to do that, right? Maybe like in 15 years I will regret it. Sure, I accept that. But, you know, it's like, man, delaying your gratification 15 years is like it's okay, but it's such a long time frame that you also miss on opportunities in the sense of coolness, right? Because it's also cool to be part of new things, right? But at least for me, I like to kind of follow the market and see where things are going, what other people like, etc. So I think both things, I like to do both things, right? I'm not saying that I only do one thing. I like to do both things, right? So this is something that I don't advise people to do anything, but, like, don't put all your eggs in one basket, right? That's like kind of common sense, right? So if you can, right? If you can, because if you do put all your eggs in one basket and that basket explodes, it pumps a lot, man, you're gonna go crazy. You're gonna think you did not listen to me, right? but yeah, man. But I'm just saying the safe thing. I'm just saying the safe thing, right? Regardless, like, RH memes, there's 20 of them, so it's not the same thing. Don't forget, they're different coins, different narratives, and that's actually, what I'm saying is not even a lie. It's a fact, because we don't know which narrative around the RH memes is going to explode in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. We don't know. Like, we saw we saw a snippet. We saw a snippet when Charles Hoskinson actually mentioned the coin, right? Mentioned the ADA on PulseChain. Like, we saw what happened. You saw the pump. You remember the pump? It was crazy. That pump was insane.
I didn't even see the pump. I'm just hearing about it now. I didn't know about that.
No, but it happened. Oh yeah, it did happen. So so this is the power of the RH memes. This, like, for me, that was like I knew from the beginning this was going to be big, but when I saw Charles Hoskins at such an early stage, for me it was like, I don't know, like like, I don't know, man. Like we're watching a movie and like the main character does something like insane, like in the first 10 minutes, and you already know this guy is a fucking like he's a badass. He's gonna do
Yeah.
crazy shit. So like for me that was the wake up
Yes.
call, right? Like so early in the game, Charles Hoskinson already mentions like the meme. I was like, nah, this can't be happening. Like this shit can go crazy, right? Because now it's worth nothing, right? What happens when it's like if it goes to $1, right? Like what happens if it's worth more than fucking ADA? Like who knows, man? I know this sounds insane, probably is, but who knows, man? We never know what's gonna happen, right? Even if it's worth like 10%, people he'll go crazy. Charles Hoskinson will go like, why are people buying this shit? Like it's already worth 10% of ADA. That's insane. People should be buying the real ADA. Like stuff like that. He gets triggered easily. Exactly. Or imagine if Tron TRX starts to pump a lot and Justin just likes to ride the narratives, ride the wave. So he might do it. Is he in jail or is he still out? I have no fucking idea. But if he's not in prison, if he's still like going around doing crazy shit, like I would see him like like sharing it or just buying a bet just because it's fun, right? I don't know, man. Like crazy things can happen.
Yeah. That's right. And a lot of people.
And there's 20 of them. 20. There's Elon and Mars. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Maybe Elon is gonna tweet up. Like who knows?
It's very what you said at the start. Very obvious that him and or his associates together created those coins. It's not like
he and his associates.
but
in a dark room.
But I think they're still winners easily. They've got different coins for different audiences. For me, the what is it? Most and Pump. I didn't even look at them because they're more attractive for the Pulsicans that are already in Pulse. Because it's like an inside joke, it's meta and all that jazz. Like I respect that. You could look at it from a different perspective. Like, okay, cool. I'm going to look at what is it? Trump, PEPE, and DOGE. Just imagine people onboarding. Let's just say 0.5% of the people that received the devices look into Pulse and all that jazz, and they see pump tires because it's on the device. They type in pump tires, whatever, and then they see memes. Let's just say it's Trump, DOGE, and PEPE. The chances of them recognizing that brand, that name, they're already familiar with it. The emotional barrier is down, so comfortability, trust is up higher. So the chances
it's much easier for them to buy something like that, right? Something that they can relate to, right? Oh, I know this meme. Oh, there's one in PulseChain that's much cheaper than the other one. Oh, nice. Let me buy it. Oh, it's by the founder. Oh, cool. You see, man, I love it. I love this narrative because it's catchy and it's possible, right? We don't need to be like, oh, please, SecDaddy, please buy my bets. Please just pump the chain.
You don't need any of that. You don't need any of that.
Ugh, that's so fucking.
It is.
Come on.
Baggage.
Just
it's
leave
baggage.
the guy.
I don't. Look, it really did turn me off. All of that, the SecDaddy thinking and hope.
It's horrible, really, bro. I hate it.
Agree.
I hope he doesn't pump it. I hope it's all fucking organic and even if he pumps, I hope he pumps stuff that we don't have, so we're forced to chase it. That's what I think. Even the bump, I hope he releases something just new that he only pumps. Just everybody has to chase that shit. I don't care, man. Even if I don't have it, it's besides it. It's above me. It's way bigger than me, right? I think Mexicans don't understand that. It's way bigger than their backs. Way bigger. Because if that's something works, man, if whatever coin does the next 10,000, 1 million X, right? If we are able to onboard a lot of people that are like the chain, man, the gains they dilute through other coins. They're over. Just be patient. Be fucking patient. It happens. You just be patient. People want everything now. They're like, oh, delay gratification, but then they want the pump immediately. It's like, bro, there's so many paths to glory, right? Why does it have to be the one where SecDaddy pump my bags? Why? Why? That's so fucking lame, bro. That's not cool. Do you think I'm gonna share? That? Nah. No, bro. That's crazy. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes that.
But don't forget that
it's pathetic. Exactly.
It is. But Pedro, and I. We want you guys to win. I want you guys to win. My family's in it. Of course, I want you guys to win. I love the people. stuff the tech, right? But I love the people. And these meme coins, the vehicles, they're so easy for people to win. It's insane. And plus, when they do win, because I'm betting on it that they are going to win, just because it's utterly obvious. When they do go up and they do some gains, green candles, what do you think that's going to do to the cause? Positive effect. They bleed over, right? For me, I didn't even like the cause, but now I like them more. Why? Because I'm more familiar with them because of this meme coin narrative. That's it. I mean, that's the reality. Like, I don't have a choice but to respect it a little bit more because I'm using the stuff. I'm using the tech. I'm witnessing that. Yeah, it's actually pretty good, and I'm not. The network isn't going down every 10 seconds. No, it's not. It's pretty good. It's pretty robust. And also,
no, that is absolutely true. Look, I made the jab like in the beginning, like PulseChain gets expensive, but that's okay. That's acceptable, right? It happens like any serious chain should get way more expensive when there's like a lot of users and a lot of activity, because that's just the blockchain working naturally, right? It shouldn't go down. Going down is not a good solution. Like becoming more expensive, yes, that's acceptable. That's reasonable, I guess.
Talking about those other narratives, like I think this is like the golden narrative for PulseChain, in my opinion. The PEPE stuff, much respect to a lot of the community because I love their belief and their conviction. But there's so much baggage. Like, I just was not attracted to any of that stuff at all. It was just like external savior. Come on. Ugh. And what Johnny Rico said in the comments. Sack daddy nonsense. He's gay.
No, it is gay, man. It's fucking gay, man. I hate that. I hate that shit. Stop it, guys. Come on.
We want you guys to win. We want you guys to grow. And if this is threatening you right now and you're feeling fearful, challenge the people that you watch or listen to that are promoting this stuff. Challenge them.
And man, it's so much cooler if you don't tell people. If you just tell them, look, guys, this rich guy has a wallet with 160,000 Ethereum.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, Pedro.
That's it. You don't need to say anything more. Stop it. You just say this. That's
it's
it.
True.
Oh, Sack, we're gonna buy our bags. No, shut the fuck up. No, just be cool, man. For once, can you be cool? He has 160k Ethereum.
Dude, that's a whole freaking treasury right there. That's a whole treasury company.
That's it. Just shut the fuck up. Just throw the fucking fish, the thing. Just put the carrot in front of the donkey. Just put the carrot and the donkey will go. He'll understand. He'll connect the dots. You don't need to connect the dots for him. Let him connect the dots. It's funnier. It's cooler. Just if you want to talk about the fucking SAC funds, which is okay. It's okay to talk about, but not in that way of begging. No, man. It's like there's a SAC fund. That's it. That's the only thing we care. The only thing we know. It's there. It's sitting on the fifth largest, reserve. Bro, that's the only thing I gotta say. That's it, bro. Do whatever you want with that information, right? Man, that's it. That's the only thing people need. Like, the cooler you look, the more you don't give a shit, type of feeling that you kind of give to people. I think like they'll be intrigued, right? At least that's my perspective. If I don't know what's gonna happen, it's way cooler. It's way more, attractive because it's if I know he's just gonna buy cores, that's uninteresting. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
That's the truth. That's the absolute truth.
I agree because, I was thinking the same thing, right? I didn't really have an interest, and then this narrative comes along, and it's a nice, easy ramp for me to just come on board and have some fun. I'm on PulseChain now, having fun. It's so weird. I didn't see myself doing that at all because I really was just turned off. And now he's, for some reason, for some miraculous reason, he has pump tires. He's got all these really attractive meme tokens and the liquidity and tokenomics pump metals behind it, and then this the narrative as well. It's like, oh my gosh, I've got no choice here but to jump on board, to jump on this train, right? Buy a few tickets in a few of these coins, and just see where it goes. I'm having fun. I want to make some money, and I feel like, this is a fantastic opportunity. It's utterly obvious for me in my own ego and opinion. Like, oh my gosh, I'm it's so obvious. It's so obvious. Plus,
And look, let me
Yeah.
ask you a question. For you, what was your experience of entering like PulseChain, right? And you were attracted by the memes. And what was the experience of like getting to know the community members? Let's say the people doing YouTube, and like what was
Mm.
your feeling, right? Did you feel like everybody hates like the hates? They don't hate, right? But it's not really something that people care
Yeah.
that much. Did you feel that was deterrent to people, coming, or do you think you saw it more as an opportunity? Let's say.
Oh, that's a really good question. That's really good. I love that. Coming into Pulse. Okay, well, I was watching Somi for quite a while, but then I stopped because as soon as he would mention PEPE stuff, I was like, oh man, brother, I love the dude. He's really entertaining, but as soon as he mentions PEPE, I'm like, and I gave it a chance and all that. And I have to switch it off, so I just stopped watching him for a long time, and then and that was it. The only mention of Pulse that I would get was through Ivan on Tech, and that's pretty much the only like mention is through Ivan on Tech, which is I think hugely valuable.
Of course, obviously.
And then I hear about this narrative through the family, and with my familiarity, being familiar with meme coins and a little bit of the the community, and then I hear this narrative. I was like, holy crap! Okay, so I start to look who's talking about it. The only person that I can see is you, and I saw that there were like 6 months worth of at least videos on this narrative, and I thought, wow, okay. And then we have a look at the view count, we have a look at the comments, we have a look on Twitter, put that all together, and it's like, my gosh, why isn't? Come on, guys, like what? This does not make sense. Hello.
Yes,
I
like
don't
the like the weight is not well balanced right now because it's tilted way too much into like the old stuff, like whether it be might be the cores, might be the P copies, but there's a very small subset of people who are actually like relentless chilling the RH memes and who understand at least the potential like power that these coins might have and might hold in PulseChain if they get more adoption. Obviously, we're making an assumption that they will get more adoption, more buyers, etc. But the way that I feel almost as I know that it will happen is through the charts, man. Because when you open a chart, you just know these things, like let's say 5 months ago, right? We had the initial pump and dump, right? Cool.
Yep.
That was expected. But what happens after is what kind of tells you what's going to happen in the future. And once they recover, the recoveries were not like like the cores. They were proper recoveries. They were near all-time. Some coins went to all-time high. So this is like they're not bullshitting you. This is real price action. So when you have this type of price action, like it looks exactly like Hex in 2020, exactly like PEPE in 2023, exactly like the coins that pump like 10,000x. So like
could even be the same.
Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want with this information. But I've been there. I've been here for such a fucking long time. I know these charts by heart. That's why I don't need to look at fucking charts, because I know them by heart. I know the fucking patterns. I know what happened. I remember. Like, I don't remember everything, but it's like it's imprinted, because this is emotional shit. So it's imprinted in myself, right? So I do remember that, like, everything, in the sense of like remember like the patterns, right? I don't need to memorize the chart, but the patterns, right? And the recoveries and it's there, it's all there. So I mean, it doesn't mean that it's going to behave the same way. Obviously, it doesn't mean that, but the probability just increased a lot. That's what I mean, right?
Yeah. That's it. I'm just looking at the charts now on Deck Screener, and they look. There's no denying it that in the past, since July, it's just shown tremendous strength, and you compare that with the rest of the market.
I think let me try to share the charts here, because it should be okay, I guess. I have
go for it. Yeah,
let me share. Should be this one.
I just want to also mention, guys, baggage with all the Pulsicans on YouTube. Well, no, that's a generalization. There's a lot of Pulsicans on YouTube that are talking about last cycle's narrative and meta. It's just straight mid curve thinking. You've got the bell curve, you got the people successful on the left and right hand sides of the curve, and then you've got a lot of people in the middle still talking and still not letting go of the mental gymnastics and meta from last cycle. It's like, guys, I'm not here for last cycle. I'm here for right now, where the money is. I'm here for the future, right? I don't want to be investing in all this baggage and drama and dread and
No, sure. I understand. I absolutely understand that. That's what I'm saying. It's new is always better, man. That's like that's an unspoken rule of crypto that nobody likes to say, but it's true, man. So far, crypto is kind of like new is always better, right? It is what it is. New coins always perform, better, right? It's part of the, it's like Bitcoin, right? The gains are marginal, right? Same applies to other coins, right? It's the same logic.
Yeah.
I'm trying to open the chart here. Give me a second.
Yeah.
This fucking deck
Also-
screener doesn't want to open. I don't know why. Like
Also,
I can see the window, but I cannot. When I open the share button, it doesn't want to load. Man,
That's
it happens
right.
a lot of time in Restream. I don't know why, man. This is weird. But it will eventually appear. There we go. Now it appears. Okay, there we go. Can you see the screen, by the way? Let me know.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So, wait. Let me. I need to go manually.
Wow.
So this is like the weekly chart, right? The weekly chart.
Oh, weekly chart. Okay.
Yeah, just because like it already has some like a couple of months, so you can already take a look at the weekly to kind of gauge what's going to happen, right? And I'm looking at the market cap, right? Like because the price, like actually the price is not too many zeros, but by market cap it's even easier to understand how low we are. Like most is $23 million. That's insane. That's crazy. That's nothing. That's absolutely nothing. And Richard owns 80% of this coin, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
80%. Yeah, 80. So like we had like the launch, right? The low. We're going new low, right? I don't think we're going to we're gonna even touch this. I think we're gonna go up because like some other kinds I think are still much higher, right? So I think most will follow suit, will follow more or less the same pattern, right? But even if we went lower, right, that would be still fine. It's still okay. Like what I mean is that at some point, right, this is gonna flip, and when it does, it's gonna be crazy, man. Like 23 million, right? If it goes lower, man, it's such an amazing opportunity that I don't think that the gods of crypto will give us, this opportunity again. But look, like the difference is it's like insignificant, right? The difference is insignificant, right? So you're buying like most here, it's the same shit. It's the same bullshit, right? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So you're buying near the all-time low. So just fucking take this opportunity if you can, right? If you can, because in my humble opinion, that matters absolutely nothing, and it's not financial advice in any way. It's just entertainment. Like this looks amazing, just poised for like a massive like hockey fucking stick, right? At some point,
Yeah.
right?
I love
this.
the
Absolutely new.
Yeah. I don't even hold any most or pump. I went a different route. I was thinking through the lens of outsiders, people that are new to PulseChain and all that jazz. Like what's going to be the most recognizable, and the ones that came to mind were DOGE, Trump, and PEPE. Especially PEPE because PEPE is a meme. And then I had a look at the the cover photo just as a little bit of a hoot, and it's freaking Richard Hart in his meme outfit with the Gucci and the badge.
Oh, look, Doge is doing what? Look at this, bro.
Yeah, look at that. That's insane. That's crazy.
but look, even this candle, this is like only $3 million, right? This is nothing.
Yeah,
this is absolutely not. This is meaningless.
And this is before anyone knows about these things.
Yeah, exactly. This is way before. Oh my foot.
It just feels very clean.
There we go. Now it's a little bit too stretched. Sorry, give me a second. Why do I have transactions?
We don't want to go to the moon. We want to go to Mars. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. With these, they've got the potential.
Look at this.
To go past Mars. Oh yeah.
Look at this beauty, man. Look at this beauty. Like you had like the launch, it's even better, like for example, than Hex, because in Hex when you had the launch, it went lower, right? Than the launch price. But these ones didn't even go lower, right? Which is amazing. Like they just held here. So it shows a lot of buying pressure here. Not a lot, let's say, some buy pressure, like enough buy pressure to hold it, right? And here,
Yeah.
man, just like God candle, like small God candle, let's say, and it's holding, actually holding. Now we'll see what happens, but like so far, it's not too bad, right? It's actually holding pretty well, right? So,
Yeah.
man, this
It
is
is.
just Doge. Nobody knows about this shit. Like nobody cares about it, right?
Yeah.
Richard's Doge,
Well,
right? Nobody
they
gives
will
a
now.
fuck yet, right? Yeah.
Yeah, man. This price action and this really nice chart. I mean, it looks beautiful in terms of the strength and it looking solid. This is all
Mhm.
before people are even hearing about it. This is before where they're hearing about talking about it. Like, geez, this is before mainstream PulseChain community knows about it.
Exactly.
Great.
Yeah. Which is insane. That's why I'm saying, like, there's a possibility that a lot of the people who enter PulseChain buy these coins at a better price than the people who have been here for like 5 years, right? Which is
There's
absolutely crazy.
big chance. Big chance.
Big chance. Like, look, I know that some of these people, the people who don't publicly speak or don't like, I'm sure that they've bought a bag of this coin or that coin, right? Just a little
Yeah.
bit, just a small, just in case bag. But I know that when these coins like do 10x, 100x, they will feel like they need to increase their bags, right? Because that's what people do, right? People buy tops and sell lows. That's what the majority of us do at the end of the day, right? So I'm not being mean or anything. It's just a natural behavior, right? It happened the same with PEPE, right?
Great.
Exactly the same. I remember the hate. I was there. I do remember the hate, a lot of it. Like everybody's like, no, joke coin, meme coin, which, yeah, sure, it's a meme coin, but the mentality of the people saying with the peg conversation, like, that's a narrative, right? That's a narrative. Sure, it's a meme coin, but it was a narrative behind that, the memetics, right? There's like the memetics, and one of the sides of the memetics was the narrative, right? And people, again, like, this is like this is to advance for like the majority of people, at least in PulseChain, right? This is to advance the memetics. What is this guy talking about, man, bro? You need to they need to embrace different worldviews. That's what I'm saying. But people will understand what I'm talking about, like you do. I mean, this is like this is insane. This is an insane opportunity, and like, I think most of them will actually chase the green candles with the new onboards. That's what will eventually happen, right? My humble opinion, right? I think that will happen. PEPE, another great example. And this one, PEPE is being pushed a lot by Almighty, and that's a good man. That's a good thing. He's a character with a juicy bag in PulseChain, and I'm glad that he believes.
Never heard of the dude. Never heard of them, but yeah, good on him.
no, Almighty, yeah, like it's an older guy from PulseChain.
Cool.
He has a lot of hate, so it's like people who have a lot of hate, like some of them, right, are people that are like, not all obviously, but like this one particularly, because he's like also pushing this narrative of the RH memes. I think is doing God's work, especially again because it's against the majority of the PulseChain ethos, right? So people are like, they're trying to speak for Richard, like saying, oh, he doesn't like meme coins. Look, I'm not saying that he likes meme coins. What I'm saying is that he clearly understands that other people like meme coins, right? That's what I'm saying. So and he's like behind these meme coins. So I'm not saying that he likes meme coins, but launching pump tires and doing 20 meme coins that you kind of associate with yourself through the sacrifice, right? Address wallets. I mean, I'm not saying that, it will, like, he must like meme coins. No, I'm not saying that. But he updated his worldview regarding the usefulness of meme coins in his chain, right? That's what I'm saying. And that's a bit undeniable, I guess. And look at this chart again. This is amazing.
It's really good chart. Especially
that's just like $1 million. That's crazy. Market cap.
Yeah. It's like showing a lot of strength. Plus that wick. Where's that wick going to? That wick at the start? I mean, that's a
it's going.
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, goes to 5 million. 5 million, not bad.
It's very exciting, that one.
Yeah.
Jeez. They all are. And there's a huge chance here, like huge opportunity. Yeah, I think it's the golden opportunity at the moment. And I want the Pulsicans to win. Families in there, I want you guys to win. Have a look, challenge yourself to learn something. Like, which one's going to be more painful? Ask yourself this. Which one is going to be more painful? Witnessing these gains with these memes, or going into the world and forcing yourself to learn a little bit more about the memology and memetics and what they're all about. Which one's going to be more painful? Watching the gains and missing out on them, or doing the hard work and learning about them?
And you know what I find even more, I was gonna say peculiar, but it's not peculiar. What I find even more, insane, I think insane is the right word, is the people who say that, which I believe the majority of them believes that Richard is doing this to throw people off because it's easier for him to pump the cores, or to pump PEPE or to pump whatever, right? The insanity that one needs to go through to believe that Richard would try to, wreck people on purpose and not give them a place to make money. Or I understand that people wreck themselves, but just wishing people to get wrecked on this chain and not make money and for the prices not to go high, that's insane, man. That's insane. If
It's
prices go high a lot, of course there will be people making money, and then there will be dumps, etc. But that's part of any chain or any project, etc. So I mean, that's not the bad thing. The bad thing is if you don't have that, insane price appreciation, right? That's the bad thing. Having that is not the bad thing, right? What happens afterwards, man? Everybody knows what happens afterwards. Everybody knows. There's no mystery. There's nothing. What they believe is that there'll be a one cycle thing, right? That they'll have their pump, they will dump, and they're gone forever. So that's why they are afraid to promote them, right? At least that's what I think. But what I don't realize is, look, these are made by Richard, right? At least he supports them, right? So, do you think that he would make coins just to pump and dump? No, man. That makes absolutely no sense, right? At least in my humble opinion, right? Because if you believe that, then why would it be different for Hex or for Pulse or for any other of his coins, right? So I'm sure he has a plan, even if that plan is just talking about them from time to time, or mentioning them very few times when they pump. I don't know, but even if that is the plan, it's good enough for me, right? It's good enough for me. I don't need Richard talking about them 24/7 for me to be happy, right? That's not the type of validation I'm looking for. The type of validation I'm looking for is buying early and then the market buying after me. That's the type of validation that I want. That's it. It's simple.
Yeah, that's it. I think there's a lot of pain. There's a lot of pain from the previous cycle that a lot of Polskins are going through, and that's influencing their perspective on things. They've got a cognitive dissonance. They just can't see through the pain.
No. Look,
my
first. Well, I'm saying this, but the first time that I tweeted about pump tires and these meme coins. I missed the first. I missed the launch, right? I went to bed early and I completely missed the launch. So it was one of those very few times that I actually went to bed at 10:30. I was knackered, and I completely missed the launch. So the next morning I wake up and I see what the fuck happened. This is insane. And I was like, okay, this launched. It's seems to be connected to Richard, right? I see the deployer address. I see these meme coins that he created. So my first tweet was look. New things tend to pump and dump, so 30 to 60 days to pump and then to dump 30 to 60 days after they initially pump, right? They plateau, right? It was more like 90 days, more or less, but doesn't matter, right? My point was, I tweeted even before I bought them, right? Because in my mind, I'm gonna buy them, but I think they would dump, right? So I'm just gonna give it some time, like I did, and I did well, because as you can see from the charts, they did dump. But my point was, I was speaking about them before I bought them because I understood the importance, right? I understood that there was something here, right? So it's not because I have bought them; it's because I understand the thing. I understand that it's gonna play a role, so I'm just gonna talk about it, right? Even if I don't have it, even if I don't have the coins, one day if I sell all my PEPE and I still like the narrative, I will speak about it anyways, right? It's not related to my bags only, right? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's it. I like Annie's comment. They are in the torture chamber.
Let me see.
Jeez. And we want them to win. We want them to hop out of the torture chamber that's in their heads, right? We want them to grow. We want them to grow. We want them to win. I really, really, really do. That's why I came on. I didn't need to do any of this, but I want you guys to win. And now I'm part of it. I got a very small bag. I think it's 2% of my portfolio is in this narrative. But I really do care about you guys specifically. So yeah.
No, and look, the fact that you have little in your compared to what you have in other places, right? But you still care enough to actually want to talk about PulseChain and like to be part of like the community, to like to speak here right with us. That shows that like we're building something that people like, and that's that's the validation that at least me personally that I want, right? Like the first validation is the price, right? But after that, I actually want to see if there's like something there, if there's a community like being built, if people are getting interested. And the fact that you reach out specifically because of these meme coins, and you understood like the connection to Richard, like, and all of that,
Yeah.
right? It made me bullish, because I'm sure there's more people like you,
Yes.
right? There's more people who are being onboarded and like who like this specific narrative and who are promoting this narrative, right? And they understand that it can actually shift a little bit the sentiment towards PulseChain,
Yeah.
right? Because that's like one of the things that it can happen. It can achieve that actually,
It already
right?
has, yeah.
And like again, I don't think people understand that.
Yeah, like I didn't have a choice. I had to jump on, and now I respect the chain more.
Exactly.
Just
No,
happened in the
exactly.
past 90
Perfect.
days.
Like we are afraid of being the retardio chain. Like I don't know why. We should be the number one retardio chain ever, right?
Yeah.
Like the number one. That's like an awesome goal, because it's like you say, when Ivan on Tech speaks about us, he makes fun of us, but that's a good thing. That's explained, because people laugh, people have a good time, they associate a good time with PulseChain, and that's awesome, right? Like whatever it is, like, because if you have people making fun of you, but we have green candles, it's all good. Nobody gives a shit. Everybody's having a laugh. The prices are going up. It's fantastic. It's fantastic, right? It's only because the prices are going down that everybody gets depressed and doesn't like these comments from Ivan. But like in a different scenario where the candles are green, everybody would love that Ivan is dunking on us, right? Everybody loves that because it's good. Like, look, what I don't want is no attention, right? When we don't have any attention, then I will worry. Then I will like seriously worry. That's why I was looking. That's why I got so like happy that more people are looking into these RH memes and they want to talk about them, because I don't like silence, right? I don't like when people don't give a shit. Like, I know that they give shit because of this, right? This proves me that they give a shit. But it's also good to have communities forming around like each specific coin, right? That's what I think.
I totally agree. I think Crypty Girl's in. Johnny Rico agrees. Hello, Crypty. And Sadot 4K. Thanks, guys. If you guys have any questions, shout them out to Pedro and I. I just want to.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Look at this. Yeah, Pedro, your die here. Yeah. Okay. So this is attractive to me a little bit more, simply because it's a protest. If I buy into this, it's a protest against whatever else is going on, with other dies, right? It's just a simple protest. I don't even need to put in.
And look at this. Do you notice something here?
Huh?
Do you notice that the all-time high was not at the launch?
Wow.
Was after
That's
that.
pretty cool. That's really cool.
Yes. That, like, each coin has its own like specificity, like, as you can see, and we only check like maybe 4 or 5 coins, right? So my point is, like, that's why I love them, because they do have a very specific narrative, like each individual coin, and each chart shows a different story, right? And I love, like, what you were talking about. It appears in the chart, right? This was like when there was like the Richard fund, right? Richard saying that PDI, like, sex, exploitable, and people buying the Richard die, right? You see this? This is on the chart, right? All these emotions are in the chart, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing because, like, all of this is going to repeat for sure. Like, all of this is going to repeat. Like, it's a cycle, right? But just much higher levels, much higher levels, right?
Yeah,
because
it's evident.
The people who are coming, they will be part of our community, like you are, right?
Yep.
They'll learn the very particularities, right? The fact there's like P copies, and it's kind of like a infighting between the P copies guys and the RH, like that it will give fuel to the fire, right? People will create, like, memes. They'll, like, do content, and because it's good that we're actually fighting amongst ourselves, right? But because it's like it's a cool fighting, it's like not it's like it's retarded fighting, right? It's really retarded. So it's actually cool at the end of the day because it's so fucking retarded.
Yeah. No, I love that. It's like betting on a football team within the whole, world of football. It's still fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you remember these meme coins, right? Movements, their lifestyles, their pure belief assets, their protests. their brands. The meme coin grows into those things, right? And right here on the chart is the evidence. There's
Exactly.
there's excitement, there's emotion there. So yeah, rinse, repeat, just on a big scale, again and again. Oh, we got a few questions here. Hang on. What's the best, Pedro? What's the best RH meme for a micro community, and why?
What's the best RH meme for a micro community? Man, that's a good question. That's a good question. Let me see. Let me think. Because like some of these coins are not RH memes. Like DevCoin is not. This is not okay. Just to be aware. Okay. So RH memes, I would say a micro community. That's into probably maybe Ada or Sol. Maybe Sol already has a micro community. Actually, Sol is one of those that if you actually check Twitter, they're pretty much active, man. The Sol guys on PulseChain, it's insane. They like, I see a lot of Sol memes, man. They replying to everybody. I see a lot of these Sol guys, right? So
that's really good.
I would say Sol if I had to pick one, right? But like we're so early, right? That I don't know, man. It might be something else. It could be one of these, like, you know, it could be Bitcoin Hex. I don't know, man. I don't know. It can be PEPE. I have no idea. Trump, I don't know. Trump maybe not, but I don't know, man. Like I would like if I were getting in now, I'd probably pick one with you know, lower where I have more chance, right? Where the price is lower. That's what I would do. Not that I think it's the best solution, but you know, And from these, I don't know, man. Maybe Sol. It's a bit higher already, but Sol they have a nice community. I would say maybe XRP, because XRP there's two of them, right? There's two XRPs. There's this one and there's the other one. There's two XRPs. So I don't know, man. There's like so much insanity. Maybe the XRP community will rise and you have to pair them together to be part of the narrative. I don't know, man. I have no fucking clue. But so many narratives can be born out of this, right? Maybe the stablecoin narrative, right? I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But that's a very good question. You have like maybe TRX, like it's the lowest of them all, right?
Yeah.
So maybe
wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't that be funny if TRX does some green candles, and then you just see randomly in like 3 months or 6 months, Richard Hart tweet like, "Hey, Tron just did a 10x or something, 20x, 100x, whatever," and that's it. And that's I mean, that's fuel. That's funny. Exactly. That's why I would buy in it, because it would be a funny thing.
Man, that's another good question. How personal allocate wise, like say like whatever amount, right? Look, I would probably put like maybe like the first one. Bet on the first one. Bet you're still early, and you know you've seen the most chart. It looks dead, which is awesome. So bet heavy, just because we're on this stage in the game, right? Where most is kind of it looks worse than some others, right? But if most didn't look like this, I would say go into the lower liquidity ones, right? The ones where you have the most upside potential. But because most looks like crap, I would say like put a significant amount in most, like maybe 30, 40, 50%, right? And then distribute through. Look, I'm gonna give you the best way to choose. Pick the ones that you like the most. See, literally the ones that, like, you know, have the most, like, you know, emotional connection. You know why? Because it will be harder for you to sell, which is a good thing, right? Which is usually a good thing if you create this emotional bond, right, with the token.
Yeah, I agree. I picked ones that resonated with me a lot, ones that are funny, ones that make sense, ones that are easily recognizable.
Sure.
If I had $5,000, what would I do? I would definitely choose. I do like Sol. I mean, that's pretty funny, and especially if they've got a community. So put some in Sol, put some in Cardano, DOGE, PEPE, a little bit of Trump, and pump and most. I put a little bit in there as well, but I feel like, and the XRPs. Yeah, what do you think if there are 2 XRPs?
Oh man, yeah, I have a theory. I think it like he kind of botched it, right? Like the last one wasn't meant to be XRP, right? And you know, it just botched and like it's the final one, right? So I don't know. It literally botched. I think it was supposed to be something else. Maybe not even to exist. Maybe it clicked twice. Something like I don't know. I have no idea. No idea.
Hey, well, it's if it's botched, that's funny as. I think that's
Yeah, exactly. It's awesome because it's botched, right? So it's awesome.
I remember I was watching a video last night with you and RH Max in that meme debate, and I remember RH Max talking about why you would want to hold something, or hold a coin, hold a meme, and the thing that came to mind right now was that, okay, when you go to a football match, a footy match, soccer match, something like that, and you buy the ticket, and it's a historical match, right? So, wow, my team lost 6-0, holy crap, or my team won 6-love, whatever it is, there's weight and there's sentiment and emotion behind it. There's some history. That ticket itself becomes valuable. That's the same principles in tokenomics, mentalities apply to these memes. So, like, I think he was talking about most, and he's like, why would, even if he's off the most wanted list or whatever, wouldn't the value go?
It's a collectible. Exactly. It's exactly what you're saying. It's basically it's a memorabilia, right? It's forever, right? It's on the blockchain. He was the most wanted. Like that's forever. Yep. That stays in the blockchain forever. Like exactly. So it's self-explanatory, right? And I worked at a pretty big project of NFTs, so I do understand that concept, right? of collection, people actually having that emotional bond and attachment, right? So obviously, and look, like whether we like it or not, like a person only feels part of the community while they hold the token. This is just reality. Once you sell, man, if you sell more than 50%, 70, whatever amount, right? Like you'll just feel less connected. That's just a reality.
That's true. Very true. Very true.
It's very hard for people to stay, connected in the same way when they sell, most of their holdings of that asset, right? They just disconnect a little bit, right? Which is, it's okay. It's an emotional response, I guess.
Yeah, that's it.
Unless they're looking to buy more, right? But if the strategy is just to sell and walk away, right? For 4 years, let's say, then they'll probably speak less about it, disconnect emotionally, right? So that happens with every coin, right? But these memes have the memeability, right? So it's harder for people to disconnect, right? It's harder, right? Because all tokens, all tokens that go 1000, that 1000x, they will drop 90%, 99%, right? It's obvious, it's mathematics. So if that happens, right, the one thing that can keep the people speaking much more easily than staking or whatever DeFi shit, it's people it's memes and people creating culture around that that coin, right? So because it's way more human relatable, right? Memes and people talking about stuff, right? So that's what I think.
No, I agree. Culture is a big one around that.
Culture, 100%. Yes, there is a RH Hall. Exactly, there is an RH Hall. There's the Bitcoin Hex too. One of my personal the ones I like the most are the most obviously because it's number one. So you gotta like the number one independently if you actually like the number one or not. That's besides the point. If it's number one, it's the market has chosen, right? So you kind of go with it. But besides that, the opportunity ones, it's Bitcoin Hex, obviously the Hex brand. It will have a lot of Hex from the Hexagons, 100% guaranteed free marketing, right? At some point when it does 10x, they'll get angry, they'll tweet about it. Wow, is it possible? Whatever, right? I'm just foreseeing that. DAI, the same thing. PewDie, the PewDie guy is getting angry because DAI is pumping, right? Whatever. You just something that's actually funny, right? If I show you this on the PewDie on the DAI coin here very quickly, you'll see imagine if I go to most, right? If I go to most and I check the the memes, it's mostly positive, right? If I go to DOGE, right, it's mostly positive, right? If I go to PEPE, no, it's mostly positive, right? So if I I'm just gonna go through this list, right? It's mostly positive until you come to DAI. And then there's 200 flags for
it threatens.
Exactly. They feel threatened. I love it. Like when I saw and look, this ratio now is improved because it was much much to these like poop side and flag side. I was like, this is amazing. I love this. I'm gonna buy a lot of it.
Yeah.
Because it was like my decision making process basically. It was it. Looking at these emojis, right? I'm not even lying. This is actually factually correct. So yeah, man, because it shows people's emotions, right? And if they get triggered this much, man, I'm definitely buy hard,
Yeah.
right? And obviously the ones that nobody cares now, like Mars or Elon or whatever, right? But Trump is already high liquidity, right? But which means also people care about. So there's the other way of thinking about it. But if you believe that people don't care and they will look into the future, just go to the low liquidity ones like Tron or the Pulse or the PulseX stickers, like those stickers, right? The ones that nobody gives a shit now. There's little to zero community, right? But I think those communities will appear once those stickers go up high enough. Like there will be some random guy creating like the Twitter account, and then another one will pop up like with the Pulse sticker, and like they'll just chill it, right? Relentlessly.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah.
It's Johnny awesome. Said,
I can't wait for it.
How can we best get involved to help spread the word? That's a really good question. The first thing that comes to mind to me, Pedro, would be challenge the shit out of the Pulse KOLs, the guys that you listen to every day and watch every day. Challenge the shit out of them and bring up RH memes and then test them. See how they react. Are they living in a bubble? Are they living in their own mental box, not thinking outside the box? Are they threatened? Are they open? Challenge them and you'll get a good indicator, a good gauge of where they're at. I don't want you to be following some zombie person that only thinks in one lane. You have to don't put all your eggs in one basket with the KOLs and the thinking there. You're setting yourself up for failure.
Let me say, you said something interesting like before also, which was because you watch Ivan on Deck, right? And that's mostly the guy that you watch, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, perfect. So like in reality, you kind of pick one or two guys to watch, right? With like regularly, like you don't watch other people regularly, just one or two, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so that's I think the same thing applies to to the PulseChain influencers, right? If I had to pick one or two, if I had to tell you like, look, follow this one guy, like forget all the others, like follow this one guy, it would be Saint Wolf for one reason, because he doesn't even like the RH memes that much, right? But I think so far from my understanding of the people in the chain, it's one of the few that like he has his subjective opinions like everybody else, but he listens.
That's good.
He actually listens. He actually listens. Yeah, I'm not kidding, bro. It's like he listens to people, which is something so fucking rare. It's so rare. Because everybody already knows the answer, right? So, and he actually listens, right? He is the number one guy that I see that listens. He listens the most, right? When like which is something that I don't see very often, to be perfectly candid. And I'm criticizing myself too, right? I'm a know-it-all. I know it all, obviously. Yeah. So, but he's not like that. He actually listens to people, which is like baffles me.
That's rare.
So if I had one, he would be the guy, right? And I'm telling you, he doesn't even like the RH memes that much. Yeah, he likes Pump, he likes most, but he's not into the narrative that much, right? But because he has the ability to listen, that's the one that if you can convince that one, it will turn things around. Like in terms of like getting more attention, I think. Yeah, within
agreed.
The channel.
I think that's super valuable. I mean, that's very attractive. Someone who actually listens and is open-minded. My gosh.
Yes. Very.
My gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a knowledgeable guy. He understands charts like nobody else. Yeah. But the one that I would say, like, it's not even the charts. It's the fact that he listens to people, right? His chart analysis is amazing, bro. It's very good, but like he listens to people. It's baffling.
Yeah. Oh, I encourage that. That's for sure. 100%.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the one of the first thing that comes to mind. Just challenge them. Jump on if you can. Definitely jump on, and it looks to be like Johnny Chaos is a really cool dude in the community. I don't know who he is, but it sounds like he's very
Man,
open-minded.
he's the number one hater. He's the number one hater of RH memes. Like he's the number one
Yeah, we
hater.
gotta-
He hates everything.
Dude.
Like he hates everything. Besides Hex. Like he hates it. He's gonna hate
Man,
it.
I would love to come
So
with
it's
him.
like they're just making fun of Johnny Chaos, but he's a nice person, right? He's a nice person, but he's just like he only cares about Hex, which is fine, right? For example, there's a girl Temtem, right? He cares only about Hex, like in the chorus, of course, but she doesn't hate. She doesn't hate, right? She says like, I care about this thing,
Yeah.
right? I love everything else. Like, go do your thing. But I care only about these things, which is absolutely fine, right? Like absolutely fine. Johnny Chaos is not like that. He doesn't like, he hates the other stuff, right? It's not only about like I love this shit. It's no, I love this shit and I actually hate a lot. Like I hate that shit. So he's that kind of guy, which is funny. It's amazing for entertainment, right? I can see what he says because he blocked me a long time ago. So obviously, like all of the a lot of the Mexicans have blocked me. Like I don't understand why, honestly, because I don't attack them or anything, but they feel threatened. For me, it's just they feel threatened because I ask questions, right? I put them on the spot. They don't like it. It's like you're doubting the guidance of the one book that we have here. Like, no, bro.
Bible.
The one book, the one ring, the one piece of knowledge that we have. It's the Richard Heath videos from 2020 that I like. It's the knowledge that I have. It's the ones they like, of course. So I mean, it's so fucking retarded that. But they block a lot, which makes no sense because new people that are coming, right? They will speak about these different things. You cannot just go around and block everybody who disagrees with you. That's crazy.
Need to grow.
Yeah, exactly.
It sounds like we would have a lot of fun with Johnny if we were on a like a video chat. I think that would be awesome. He still sounds like a fun dude to probably chat with, especially if he's very one-sided. You know what I mean? But that's a shame that he.
No. I already I had like one. I think maybe like one conversation with him, like public debate. I think. But that was it. Like, and I would love to chat with like him publicly about like different things, but he's not that reachable. Like, he doesn't want to do that, right? He wants to, either it's the yes man mindset, agree with me, or block, which is fine, right? But it's not great for adoption, in my opinion.
I agree. Well, I'm hopeful that he will be open-minded in the future. I'm hopeful. Yes. Saint Wolf Vision. What are your thoughts on Saint Wolf Vision? I don't know who he is.
No, that was the guy that I was telling you about. Like, if I had to pick one guy, right, in PulseChain, like you, the guy, Saint Wolf Vision. It's his Twitter, by the way.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he does YouTube videos. But that would be the guy, right? Because I think he's very open-minded. He speaks to different people, right? He's not. I only like this or that now. He's more open-minded than the most people here, I guess.
I love hearing that. Then.
Yes.
I'll have to subscribe to him. That sounds pretty good. Johnny versus Pedro. From the sounds of it, I would love to see a Johnny versus Pedro debate, or whatever you call it.
Like, he would never debate me now. Like, with the Hex price like it is, like, it's very hard to debate me, right? Because like how can you debate, right? How can you debate? Like, what you're gonna say? Oh, this is gonna work in at the end in 15 years, bro. Like, you don't know that. Nobody knows that. I hope it does because I have a bunch of Hex, but I don't know. I'm being super honest, right? I don't know. What I do know is that there's new coins here that are made by the same guy, so I do know that probably those coins will pump a lot. That's what I do know, right? I don't know if the old coins will pump as much as people are expecting them to pump, right? Because look, if we lived in another world where there were no pump.rs memes, no RH memes, then my opinion could be different, right? But that's not the world we live in. As simple as that. So, I mean, that's pretty obvious to me. And look, Richard called us self-pressure. Literally, on this last video, like the Christmas game, whatever video it was. I don't remember. It was like, hello, self-pressure. And like, people don't realize it's a message, right? Like, because he pumped the chain twice, people dumped on him. Like, it's not cool, guys. It's not cool. Nobody likes to be dumped twice, like, on, right? Come on. So, I mean, I don't know, but I do see pump tires coins like performing very well, right? And being like a nice scapegoat for Richard to point, right? Like, look at these nice charts, right? For exchange, right? So
exactly. A scapegoat. It's like it allows him to point to something. It's an excuse.
Exactly. When I say scapegoat, is not in a bad way. Like, just like something to keep like the marketing going, like to show people nice charts, right? So I mean, that's the only thing I mean, right? Because like if you're onboarding people, like you want to show them charts going up, right? That's the reality of things. You don't want to show them, like if you want to show them the hex chart, maybe it needs to be like 50% from all-time high, something like that. Something that's already like, oh, it's not that bad, right? It's already close enough for me to believe that it's gonna, surpass it. I'm talking about new people coming in, right? Because like, look, and I have a bunch of hacks. I wish that like none of these that I'm saying is true, right? And that new people will just look at the chart and see, oh, it's gonna go up for sure. So that's not the reality. People buy newer things. People look at newer charts and they like them better. Just how things work, man.
Yeah, I agree. We got JC. He says, "Hey guys, I'm new. Which RH memes have the most potential? Pedro, which ones do you think?"
Man, again, it's looking at the list, bro. And look, not all the coins here are RH memes, right? I need to change this title here. But from the memes, from the RH memes, I would say. Like most obviously because it's number one, man. When it's number one, you don't want to mess with the market as chosen coin, right? You don't do that. You don't mess with the market as chosen coin, right? So just like by most, like, because like not financial advice obviously anyway, but by most in the sense of like if you have to choose, like the number one is always a safe bet in that sense, right? And Richard owns, or the deployer from Pump owns 80% of the coins, right? 80% is a lot, right? Of supply locked. This one too, Pump Tires is the same situation, right? 80% locked with the deployer. But this one was the first one, right? So the first one is always the most dear, the special one, right? Then you have Dai. Dai actually is number 3 now, which is insane, right? It's absolutely crazy. Dai is already number 3, right? So man, I love Dai. I love this Dai, man. You know, as you said, it's a challenge, right? It's a challenge to the PulseChain status quo, right? With the copies and everything, right? So it's Richard's Dai versus Richard's Dai, man. It's amazing. I love it. I absolutely fucking love it, bro. It's amazing. Man, Trump, obvious one, right? Like President Trump, he can pump at any time, right? PEPE, everybody knows PEPE, super relatable. Has a super strong community, man, that like people are relentlessly, tweeting about PEPE, which is awesome. Like Bitcoin Hex, same situation. Wow. Bitcoin Hex,
I didn't know that.
I think Bitcoin Hex is the one that has the most memes, right? Because there's like and look, Bitcoin Hex has so much history. It's insane. Look, Bitcoin Hex was actually the first one of the first groups that Richard created was the Bitcoin, because Bitcoin Hex was the name that was given to Hex in the beginning, right? The original Hex, the real Hex, right? The Hex, the DeFi Hex, the OG Hex. It was given the name Bitcoin Hex, and then later, at a later stage, Richard was like, "No, scrap the Bitcoin. Let's just do Hex." So the Bitcoin Hex is actually has a meaning, right? And besides that, the first group, one of the first groups that appeared was like the Bitcoin Hex memes, right? It was by Richard Hart, right? So that group still exists, by the way. It's still, and I believe that it was active. It was active very recently, that group. But again, so that's the original Bitcoin Hex room, like an old one, right? So there's like history here. There's already history in this coin, and besides that, there's like a Bitcoin Hex group, Bitcoin Hex meme groups, a newer one with there's like guys doing memes like every day, like a bunch of them. It's insane, bro. It's like the amount of memes of Bitcoin Hex I've seen. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like it. So kudos to the community, because it's insane. Like the amount of work is amazing. Oh, and you have like some of them here. I think in the chat. Where is it? Was early on the Bitcoin Hex. What it was? Let me see the comments. There we go. The meme Hexicon, yes. This guy is always doing the Bitcoin Hex memes. It's amazing. amazing work. Well done, bro. Thank you for your amazing work. So look, it's so hard for me to pick, because it's very personal, man. And this is the problem, and the good thing about RH memes, which is it's personal, man. It's there's so many. There's 20 of them. So with 20 of them, it's super personal. It's like, it's not one coin or two coins, and I think he did it on purpose. You wanted to break that, like, there's one coin or two. Like, no, man, it's like 20 fucking new coins. Like, now choose. Now you have to pick. Now you have to fucking choose, right? That's what I think, man. It's like there's memes for everybody. There's memes for everything. So it's
Right,
like
right.
pick yours, man. The one
what it
that you
feels
have the most emotional attachment, so that you don't sell early.
Yeah, Pedro, we got another good comment here. But what if he is no longer the most wanted anymore? Sad face. I think that's going to be a nice. I think that's more valuable. Depends on how you look at it, really.
Yes, yeah, I think so too. It's like it's history in the making, right? So like the most wanted will forever be remembered only on the blockchain, right? That moment in time. It's like the Bitcoin hex, right? It's the same thing. At one point it was Bitcoin hex and then scrapped, but the name still lives on forever,
Yeah.
right? It's a part of of his history, right? So it might be even worth more, as you say.
Yeah.
Mr. Frog.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with you.
An example came to me just then, and I don't know why. I don't know why it came to my head, but I'll give you the example. Like, if he's no longer the most wanted anymore, it's like having a picture of Michael Jackson before he turned white. Like, whoa! Imagine having a snapshot with Michael Jackson, with him being black before he turned white. It's like, whoa, that's super valuable. That's incredibly valuable,
bro. That's nice.
I love
No, actually, man, I like it. Yeah, it's a good example. Actually, it's a nice one.
I love it.
I approve of it. It's a good way of explaining it. Actually, very good way.
Oh, Pedro, docile.
Diogenes. He's an older guy. He's from like the early days in the show,
wow.
man. He's an OG of the Pedro show. Yes, docile Diogenes.
Cool. He says, Giga says the issue is real with pump.tires front end and recommends the.
Yeah, you see, it's the front end. What did I say? There was a front end issue, right? So, man, I'm good. Good.
Cool.
I'm good. It smelled front end, right? Because it's not appearing, but it's going into the blockchain. It's like front end probably. So, yeah, like again, there's a backup. So you see, problem fucking solved for now. You know, there's always like some solution, right? And now it's even better because if you have to use the backup and not a lot of people know, it means that there's no, actually it's not good. There's less coins pumping, so not good. They'll fix the front end, but that doesn't matter. We know that the issue is front end stuff, which is fixable. It's good. It's good. Giga is a good dev. So if he knows something, if he said something, I probably is true. Right?
That's good.
Probably.
Pedro, we have JC's said Richard is falling in love with Bitcoin Hex, younger and hotter.
yes, that's a good comment too, man. Exactly, man. I can see that happen. I can absolutely see that happen, man. Because again, it's a newer community. It's different people. They might not be as dumpy as the guys who got used to minting inflation, right? Minting coins and just selling, because they're like, whether we like it or not, the reality is, and I know this for a fact, there were a lot of KOL hexicans living off the yield.
Wow.
What does that mean?
Huh.
That's a reality. That is the fucking reality. So, it is what it is.
No, I hear you there.
That's why I think they feel a little bit threatened, right? Because this is the no inflation hex. So you gotta buy it, actually. There's no minting. There's nothing. And you gotta buy
very
it. Very
limited as well, mind you. What is it, 1 billion tokens?
1 billion. Yeah, all of them 1 billion coins.
Yeah.
All of them. Same supply. Which is perfect, man. That's why it's a race. Yeah. All of them have the same supply.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a race to the top.
That's it. And it goes back to the comment Johnny mentioned before, like, what do we do? What are the best things that we do? Again, challenge, bring it up, put it out in their face, bring it up, make sure they're aware of it, and challenge them on where they're at. Like, okay, are they going to allow you to think outside the box? Are you going to let them do all the thinking for you, right? We don't want that to happen. We need a challenge. Expand and grow.
Exactly. And like Cryptical, exactly. It's exactly this. Exactly this, right? It's the fact that he wants to market good charts, right? That's the reality. And I'm sure that he was sad that, the PEPE had the exploits and it didn't work the way that he probably envisioned, right? I'm sure that he didn't like that outcome. Nobody did. But it's the reality of things, right? So if he has a good chart to show, one where there's a limited supply and you don't have that problem,
That's all.
See?
That's all you need. That's
See?
all it takes.
Yeah,
Just one
that's all
good
you need.
chart, one with some good green candles, and it's
He went back to basics,
That's
man.
it.
That's it. He went back to basics, like simple bonding curve. Like it's not basics, right? It's like when I say basics in the sense of, it's not complex, right? It's like people make fun of Solana, blah blah blah. It's all meme coins, all bullshit, but it's a bonding curve. It's cool tech. That technology is pretty
Yeah.
cool, right? It's pretty nice. So just taking advantage of cool technology with the fact that it has a limited supply, and you know. We can see through PLSX that it actually the market likes that, right?
Yeah.
You know, so you know it's 1 + 1 together, right? I think great charts will lead to great marketing.
That's it.
That's how it is.
That's it. I mean, I'm betting on it. I literally have money on it, so I'm betting on it. And whether I like it, it
Exactly.
forced me over. I didn't have a choice. I was like, okay, shit. And then I found out about all the tokenomics. It's like, oh my god! I heard the narrative first. I bought into that narrative first. Like Richard Hart, seal of approval, official, holographic sticker on the memes. It's like, okay, cool. Let me jump in on some. What? No one knows about it.
Man, I like that, bro. You're giving me ideas, bro, because I like that concept of the Richard Hart, like like holographic still of like that shit resonates. I like that. It's man, I need to do something with that concept because I like that concept, right? It's because it's that, and I don't think people understand that, right? But like we don't have. There's no fucking page explaining the RH memes. That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah, it is.
Well, no.
It is.
There's no page you
can
can point
believe it.
people to that. There's one like there's the no, actually there's one from Gerardo, right? But it's kind of like we need something like nicer, right? With a history for each coin, like we need something like that, more descriptive, so that people can create like that emotional connection, right?
Yeah, that's it.
I like this question. What's the purpose of the PLS and PLX? What's the purpose, sir?
Ooh.
The purpose is that they exist and you need to buy them. That's the purpose. You weren't expecting this answer, I'm sure. But look, who knows, man? It's competition. Maybe he wants you to bond them together. Look, I have no fucking clue. I don't know. But they exist. That's what I know, man. They do exist.
They're attractive to me in the sense that people within the Pulse community don't like them, and there's a bit of conflict and contention and threat. So like just by me putting in maybe 1% of my allocated bag to this whole narrative is like it's like me giving a tip to that idea. I'm giving a tip to that protest. It's like, hey, that's a funny idea. Here's a tip, right? And
I agree.
But the majority of people that are in this Richard Hart narrative, it's like accumulation of all these tips, and then it's like, whoa, okay, this is a serious thing. This is a serious reality.
Look, the PulseChain, the PLS, the meme one is already worth 4 PLS. So I mean, it's already winning, guys. So early in the stage, already beating the old PLS. It cannot outcompete. Okay.
Yeah.
And this one, I'm sure that if you convert to PLSX, it's already beating this. It's us too. So I mean, it's a race, man. It's a race. It's memeable. I don't know, man. But like the charts don't look too bad. Right? Like they look kind of like the most one, right? A little bit more sell pressure. But again, I think it's natural because they don't have such strong communities, right? For now. So it means that you have more JITs, more opportunity now, right? More people selling, which is great. You can buy harder because I'm sure the communities will emerge. I'm sure. I'm like for all of them. As like you just need the price to go high enough and give enough people will buy enough tokens that it will give them enough reason for them to working for their bags basically.
And by the time Somi talks about these narratives and these coins, maybe it's too late. When he starts talking about it, maybe it's too late.
Like big eye, look, because I absolutely like Somi. He's like one of the best content creators, right? Like you should, my opinion is, if you're new to PulseChain, follow Somi, right? In the sense, I haven't watched his videos recently because I was on holidays, right? And he does so many videos that I cannot watch everything. It's impossible. He produces way too much content for me, right? But he gives like just the amount of content that the guy produces, right? It's entertainment. It's pure entertainment, and just
It
like
is.
for that, I absolutely love the guy. I think I hope he continues to like produce this amount
Agreed.
of content, because like with one Somi, you don't need 10 content creators. He does it all. He does it for like 10 different guys, which is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I love the guy. Even if he's crazy about PDI, I don't care. I don't give a shit. I like the guy in terms of like he does a lot of content, and I'm sure like one day he's gonna see the value in the RH memes, right? When he's when he's so not so emotionally attached to his PDI bank, right? When he's sold a little bit, then he'll be able to diversify into the top of the RH memes, because that's what's gonna happen, right? He's gonna buy our bags. For the people who sell a little bit when it corrects, right? He's gonna have like one of those after like a 10x, 100x. Then it's when I see Somi buy, I guess.
Yeah, I agree with all that, and I exaggerate with my funny. Well, it was supposed to be funny. I don't know if it was, but by the time he mentions it, it's too late. I don't believe it will be too late. It's just an exaggeration.
Look, it is too late if you want to do 10,000x. Yes, it is too late for that. 100% it will be too late. Like, we need to be honest. It's like PDI, because people are like, how can you be like bearish on PDI? Look, guy, I think it will do 200x. It will get to one. It will, because it's a meme, right? Just for the sheer power of the community, it will 100% get to one. It will go like over one for sure. But look, that's not the point. The point is that you can make like 200, like maybe 300x. With these coins, you can make way more. Like, just because they're newer and they have much less liquidity and much less attention. So if they perform, you're looking at 1,000x, 10,000x more. And that's what we want, because I caught the 10,000x PDI ride. I caught it. I literally caught it. I bought before the 10,000x. So bro, I did the same with Hex. Like, look, I know what I'm talking about, literally, in that sense that
I see a pattern here.
It's a pattern. Like, you just need to buy the coins when nobody's paying attention. It's not even hard, man. It's why don't people know? Like, how can they not know? They look, man, this is not hard. This is not hard at all, right? If nobody's paying attention, especially to RH coins, man, bro, just buy them. Like, it's not even hard. This is like common sense, I guess.
Right? It's utterly insane. It is ridiculously obvious. It's insane. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe that people were not talking about this. It's like, what the hell?
100%. 100%. And they're amazing narratives, man. They're amazing narratives, and they can like touch different people from different communities. It's a great onboarding tool, an amazing onboarding. Even if it's like the P copies, like the people who were like were hated on the P copies. They're just a way for people to dump on PulseChain. Look, but it's a way to onboard people, right? So it's the same thing. Even if it's just a pump and dump at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's a way to onboard new people, right? And they might look into other coins in the chain, which is what matters at the end of the day, right? For them, I guess.
Yeah, that's it. And I want to touch on really quickly that meme coins are just not just pump and dumps. You can get ones that survive.
Look, Dogecoin, like the first one, Dogecoin. Man, just Dogecoin. You just need one example to break the rule, right? We just need one example. You already have it. Yeah, right. Like Dogecoin 2014, it still exists. It still pumps like crazy. Elon, blah, 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 all that bullshit, right? Like, it created like a huge community. So even the founder cheated on the coin. Perfect. It's like it has all the ingredients, right? All the ingredients. So, I mean, you just need one example to prove that the rule is not a rule, right? All coins go to zero. All the meme coins go to zero. No. Look at this one. If I have one, I already broke your example, your rule, right? But there's plenty more. PEPE, Shiba. There will be way more. Like, so it's insane that people are bearish on this narrative, I think.
Yeah. Oh, we got a pretty cool question there, Pedro. From Addy.
Okay. Yeah, here it is. Can we bring one thing people still seem confused if RH memes can run? No, like, look, rug in what sense? In the sense there's a dev that can rug? No, I mean, there's in some of them, the deployer bought 80%, 60%, and 8%, right? Which means that that address holds that amount of coins. If this is RH, right? Because like it has all the indications that if it's not RH, it's somebody associated in the team, right? That's what I mean, right? So But does it mean that he won't sell? No, absolutely fucking not. Nobody can guarantee that, right? But he can sell the coins that he owns. That's the only thing he can do, right? That's the rug that can happen. That's it. That's the only rug. There's no more meeting coins. There's nothing. And if that were to happen, I would be even more bullish on these coins. I have to be perfectly honest, right? A part of me wishes that it happens, because then I would buy so much fucking hard that I would sell so much stuff for that shit, like real stuff. Like, I'm not even kidding, right? Because like when the dev leaves, bro, it's not bad. It's actually good.
Yeah,
So
it's a really
like
good
either
thing.
way, so like I don't think this is gonna happen at all. I don't think this will happen at all. But it is a probability, right? It has a positive probability of happening, even if it's just 1%, right? But that, for me, that 1%, if it happens, I would be even more bullish. So it's not really a bad thing. But I don't think it will happen. That's the only rug that could ever happen in that sense, right? Because liquidity is locked, etc., etc. So I mean, there's no way to remove all the liquidity. There's just people selling coins that they own. There's no more minting. There's nothing, right?
Yeah, look, when there's a rug in a meme coin and it survives, and then another rug and it survives, and then another rug and it survives again, that, I mean, what else is going to destroy? Right? It's already proven itself valuable, strength, resilient,
Yeah.
and all that. So the culture is there.
Exactly.
That meme has essentially cemented itself in reality. You can't get rid of it. So when a dev when the dev sells their portion of the bag or whatever, that's a good thing. You've got one less string attached.
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly. But look, this is not the. This is like, that would be a strange behavior, right? At least for Richard Hart, in the sense that he doesn't sell the coins that he makes.
yeah.
Not traditionally, right? So that would be an unexpected
Yeah.
behavior from Richard
It's
Hart.
in his
So that's why I give it such a low probability of happening, right?
and it's in his best interest for these coins to be successful. That's the whole point, right? His
Exactly.
ego, his character, his mission, his babies, Pulse, the Pulse network, right? What's the easiest way to bring attention to the whole network as a whole and all the cores and his ego and himself? It's to get some gains, get some candles.
Because look, the
Momentum.
best, like, people believe that the best marketing is like Richard saying, look at the cores, like, look by how much they pumped. But in my dumb, very retarded opinion, the best marketing would be, look at these new coins that were launched in pump layers that pumped 10,000x. Look at the cores that only pumped the 10x.
Yeah. Yep. That's it.
You see, this is the type of Richard Hart, like, speaking, right? Like, he won't tell you, like, buy this or that. He will just show you things, right? And you can make up your mind. So because it's much easier for him to actually do this. Like, imagine if Richard Hart, like, wrote something like this, you wouldn't mind. You'd be happy that he mentions your RH memes. You wouldn't mind that he's telling people to sell that for cores, right? You wouldn't care. He's mentioning RH memes. Like, who gives a shit? Like he's saying that you should sell for cores. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't absolutely care. He's mentioning RH memes. I'm celebrating, right? But if you do the exercise the other way, right? The cores people will be like insufferable, like in pain. Like, oh no, he's telling people to buy me. Like, can you imagine? Only because of this, like, because it's much easier to, like, to sell out. Look at this new coin that did 10,000x, and look at the cores that are up only 5x or 10x,
Exactly.
right? Like, just as an example, right? Because this is something that I could see happening, right? Who knows?
No, that's what I see. That's why it forced me over, whether I liked it or not. It forced me over.
Sure.
Johnny Rico, yes.
You'd be happy, right, that the founder is mentioning these, like, memes that you bought. You'd be like we would be ecstatic, I think, right? Everybody would love it. Like, he's sharing, like, the chart of the coin that you bought so early, right? That nobody believed in, and now he's like up 1,000x,
Yeah.
right? That would be amazing. Like, of course he would like to share that. Like, are you crazy?
Oh yeah, because it shows evidence, success, all of that. Oh, we got a few comments here. Pedro, PLS and Pulse staking. Okay, PulseX, Pulse, and staking Hex run in the background while the memes are the main show, just like Ethereum. Yeah. I mean, I'm viewing these memes as the onboarding, right? They're fun.
Exactly.
This culture. It's a movement. It's a protest. It's all that. we now have that ability and option and facility. It's like going to a gym. We've got all these different, exercise machines. Everyone has their own different taste, whatever, blah, blah, blah. PulseChain, we've got these memes. And then you've also got the DeFi stuff, in the background that you can dive into. A lot of it's going to bleed into those calls and that tech and that whole world, right? I'm not jumping in it for that first up. I'm doing it for the fun stuff with all the Pulse, Richard Hart memes.
Sure.
And now my appreciation for all that has gone up. Whether I liked it or not, it has automatically, naturally gone up because I had to use some of this infrastructure.
Exactly. And because you want to pay attention to it, right? Like now that it's worth to you, right? Because the coins have gone up so much, you want to pay attention to the technology, to the other things that were built. And why haven't they gone up so much? Why? Oh man, this is opportunity. You see, like people see it the other way around, right? Like as a bad thing, but it's actually a very good thing, right? If the new people who come in make a lot of money, they probably don't want to cheat immediately. They want to explore what's happening, right? I mean, that's what happened to me, right? When I made the nice money with Ethereum, I wanted to explore Ethereum, not get the fuck out. That makes no sense at all, right? So because there are more opportunities, right? In this case, it could be the other way around, that the older coins are the opportunities of the new people because they already made some money, right? And they want to look at what else is there. Oh, there's other things that people are not paying that attention now because everybody's paying attention to the memes. I don't know. We have no idea what's going to happen, right? But what I know is that Richard put like the doodle thing, right, as the marketing campaign, and on that doodle there's like the PulseChain saying you get the free coins, there's the hex, and there's the pump times, right? So he's just giving you the tools. He's just giving you the things that exist in PulseChain that he likes the most, probably that he thinks that are the easiest ways to onboard, right? And he's trying, like every route, I guess, like to onboard new people, right? So like it's a strategy to there's many different, like it's a multiple strategy, right? It's not only one way, there's multiple paths, right? I'm not like, I don't know the way that's going to work best, right? He doesn't know, nobody knows. I think he's trying different things, right? And seeing which one yields the best result.
Oh man, I was just about to say something. Oh
sorry, man.
No. It'll come back to me. Okay. Damn, it was something really good too. Okay, we'll come back.
Yeah, new players don't want OGs jumping on their heads. I mean, it's actually it's true too, man. There's like when there's like bag holders and people, when there's history, right, in the coin, it's people buy it, of course, like it pumps, but it's not the same, right? It's usually not the same, right? So I understand why, like a lot of OGs want Richard to pump their bags, like want Sec Daddy to come save them, because it shows they're kind of afraid that normal people don't want to buy those coins, right? Because they look at the chart and they are scared. They don't actually believe in the process of the new onboards buying their coins, but they'll be proven wrong too, I think, in time.
Pedro, I wanted to touch base on that on the SAC wallet and all the Ethereum that's been sacrificed. The more and more I see it, the more and more of the sneaky idea in my mind just growing that, okay, wow, the Pulse network, the PulseChain network, they may not realize it, but they have, if they want, or if Richard Hart, whoever's in control of it, if they want, they've got they've got an Ethereum Treasury company then and there, and like a serious one. And I think
it's this one, I think. You can see the screen, right? It's this one, right?
Yeah,
there we go. Look at this baby, like number 5. There
hang
you
on.
go.
Pedro,
this is like
Pedro, scroll up a little bit more. My big fat head is in the way of the.
Oh wait, sorry. Wait. I think I can change the screen. Okay. Give me a second. Where is there we go. I can move you, I think. Can I move you? No, I cannot. Sorry. Wait. Oops. Wait. Let me see another. And this is too small, I think. Maybe this. Actually, almost.
A bit better.
But I don't think we can see the name. Wait. Let me try.
There we go.
Okay. Let me. I'm gonna take this out of the picture.
You did it.
Yeah, I did it. So look at that PulseChain, bro. Like Man, it's amazing. It's amazing. Look at this. 166k Ethereum. Man, this is going to be an amazing. This is free advertising, man. Like, why would Richard sell
Yeah.
this? Like, he can move. Like, look, he can move some to PulseChain, right? But the question is, if you move some of the Ethereum to PulseChain, will it still appear here?
Mm.
If, like, I'm not saying, like, because I doubt, right, if it changes, like, maybe if it goes to the bridge, right, so the bridge will appear here, I guess. I don't know, maybe if it, like, moves this into the bridge, for example, into PulseChain, right, I'm not saying sell, it doesn't sell Ethereum, right, it just moves into the PulseChain bridge, right, into ETH on PulseChain, right,
Bro, it's
then
like
it would
it's
probably
serious.
still appear here
It's
with a different
serious
name, right?
stuff. Yeah. I mean,
And that would be good for TVL within the chain and, like, and all. So I could see that happening, right? But I don't see, like, Richard actually selling this ETH for, for Paul's stickers, right? I don't think that's gonna happen.
mm. I think that's a huge opportunity right there. The fact that you guys have more ETH than Coinbase as a reserve, like, this is serious money. So, in the future, who knows what it looks like? Let's just brainstorm here. Could you guys be holding shares of the PulseSac Treasury company or something like that? And you're up there with Bitmine and SharpLink Gaming in terms of the same structures. It's like, this is serious
Who
money.
knows? Like, yeah,
crazy.
like, I have no idea. Honestly, I have no
Yeah.
fucking idea.
I think
But,
that's
like,
huge.
but what I don't think that it will happen is that it's gonna dilute that money into PulseChain, like, two other coins, right? I don't think he'll do
Mm.
that. I don't think, I could be wrong, but
Yeah.
I think the best move is not to do that, right? From a marketing perspective, right? Because more eyes are on you this way, right? When you
Yeah.
constantly appear here, right?
Yeah.
So,
It's like, what the hell's a PulseChain sack?
exactly, like, what the fuck is that? A sack, a ball sack? What the fuck is that, bro?
Exactly. Like,
They have a
what?
sack full of Ethereums there. Where is the sack?
Yeah.
Is it near
Yeah.
the rainbow? Where the fuck is that shit? Like, it's crazy.
Exactly.
I
So
can
I
actually
think
do
you're
that.
sitting on a gold mine there.
Man, it is. It's like PulseChain. Like, people are for, and then with the marketing gig, like, gadget thing, then, like, both things. Like, I don't know, man. This is, like, pretty good, like, publicity, I think. Right?
Yeah, yeah. And Addy says it's a hostage situation. ETH has to kiss the ring or face consequences.
Yeah, it's true, man. But look, this is only, like, my point is that's only one part of the game plan, right?
Mm.
Because, again, like, like, ETH is a completely different thing, right? The SEC and that amount of money, etc. Like, that's only one part of the game, right? It's
Yeah.
because that's why I don't want to consider that. I only consider that money as, like, like advertising, right? People looking
Yep.
at it and, like, getting interested. I don't consider, like, that money flowing into PulseChain unless it's for liquidity, etc. But not not to, like, against other coins, right? I'm not saying that he's gonna use that money to buy other coins, right?
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
again, in terms of visibility, bro, this is just too good. I think this is just
It's
too good.
extremely valuable.
You're, like, look at, like, the other guys that appear here. Like, just fucking look at the other names that appear here. Bitmine, SharpLink, Ethermachine. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck this is. Like, to be honest, with Ethermachine doesn't matter. Ethereum Foundation, Coinbase, Bit Digital. Like these are corporations, big names, etc. Like Noses, U.S. government. Like it's good to be here. It's good to be fucking here, right? On this list. So
Yeah.
why would he give away that? That makes no sense.
Yeah. That's it. Man.
But, like,
Pedro.
if you tell this to Mexicans, bro, they will get angry, man. They will get angry at you.
They're sitting on a gold mine. I was like, oh man, you got to pay attention to it at least. It's got to be on the radar, even if it's to the side. Keep it there. It's something very, very valuable.
It's true.
Pedro, brother, I'm gonna have to. I got another call coming up, but I just want to
it's
say,
like 2 hours and a half, bro. Yeah, let's
I
wrap
think
this
that's
up,
been
bro. Yeah,
fantastic.
exactly. Yeah,
I just want to say a big thank you. Thanks for having me on. Thanks for, like, responding to my message when I reached out. I just thought you were.
Absolutely.
I was watching you for the past 1.5 months, and it's like you're pretty much the only one talking about this narrative. And you said earlier before, you caught the Hex 10,000x, you caught the 10,000x with PEPE, and I see a pattern. I see a pattern right here, and I just want to say thanks. Thank you so much. Absolutely love it, and I hope that I could have brought you some value. And
no, absolutely, bro. Like you're invited whenever you want to show up. Just drop me a message. I'll send you the link. And man, you're good. You're good to have a conversation with. So, man, anytime you wanna pop up, anytime you wanna discuss something, just let me know. I'll like guys. I'm back from holidays, and European holidays is like 2 months. So, I was actually surprised when I learned that the rest of the world didn't do this, right? but so I'm back to work actually.
Yeah.
So in the sense of like I'll go back streaming like regularly, right? I'm probably not gonna do it every day, like until like when we get to the green candle dildos part. Like sure, I'll do that. But like while we're like in the red season, I'll do it like I'll try to do it a little bit more often, like once twice a week, right? But like you'll see me more often. That's
I'm really looking forward to that.
100%.
Yeah, so thank you. And dude, I just want to leave off just a quick nod to Murad. Like, if you guys want to go deeper into the memetics, meme culture, it being real, like the reality of memes and how it's outperforming essentially everything else, and the seriousness behind them, you should definitely go onto YouTube and type in meme coin token 49 Murad and watch his thesis, watch it 20 times at least, so you get a good grasp of the wavelengths and the thinking and the ideas of, okay, memes aren't just funny pictures, it goes extremely deeper than that. And I think that's a good place to start if you're new to this, and then you can come back to Pedro and just soak in what he's been saying for the past 6 months at least. It's just incredible. Yeah, it's incredible, man. I see the pattern. Yeah, I see the pattern here with what Addy said. So yeah, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
No, man. Like I love doing this actually, because it's man, this is fun. This is
that was really fun.
And, no, it's fun in many ways. Like, look, the fact that we're looking at so many coins, like we are forced to look at least 20 different coins. We're forced to discuss different narratives, and I'm sure that the more like that we do this, right, these live streams that we're discussing things, like the more questions that will pop up, like about specific narrative, right? Because I cannot see and foresee everything. I just foresee maybe 0.001% of the things that will pop up, right, for each one of the coins in terms of narratives and communities, etc. Right? I see very, very little, right? But the little that I see already gives me a perspective of the big things that are coming, right? And if it follows the patterns of like previous coins like Hex, like PEPE, etc., right? Which I believe they will, right? Because why wouldn't they, right? So far, I don't have anything clear that tells me they will not. Like, if it happens, I will tell you guys, right? Even before I sell, because it's like, if it's news, I'll just share it, right? Because I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong, right? In both analyses, right? For the good and for the bad. So right now, I love them, and I think they will do pretty well, honestly. There's like, so far, there's no catch. I don't see a catch. So
yeah, that's a really good point. That's it.
Yeah, it is.
Well, thanks, bro.
Thanks, man. And guys, thank you so much. Like Frogboy, thank you so much for joining, bro. As I said, you're welcome to pop up anytime you want. You have a free pass to just show up whenever you want.
That's a huge honor. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Man, you're doing great. Thanks, bro. Johnny, Rico, Crypto Girl, Eddie, man, all of you guys that have been like posting questions, commenting. Man, thanks for being here. Thank you for all the all the content, all the questions, man, all the the interaction, man. It was great. It was, so far, it was the stream that I liked the most. I had the most fun. JC, NJ Dub, Docile. Docile is an old guy. He's always here, man, always cheering, man. Like everybody here, guys, thank you so much for showing up. And I hope when I do this, I see you guys again here, and I see more questions, because, man, that's why I'm here, man, to interact with you guys.
Hell yeah. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Pedro. Thank you.
No problem, man. It was absolutely my pleasure, man. So I'll see you guys soon, and man, thank you for being here, Frog. We'll speak soon.
Speak to you soon. See you guys.
Bye, guys. Take care.